Hey, Shalom. Real Hebrew Israelites come in week in, week out. Prophesy the downfall of America. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory
to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Like to say Shalom to the elect that teach the word and all true faith and sincerity. Shalom to the listeners as well. And and we once again back at it again, man. Hey, the scripture said we're not going to rest until Jerusalem be a praise in the earth, man. And as you can see, as time goes, as each day goes by, we're getting closer and closer to the time of trouble, the sad peril that's pretty much been spoken of, since the beginning of time, man. Now all these things are now being made manifest, man. And that coincides with the downfall of Esau's kingdom. You got something?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, we just do it like that. Okay.
This is the book of Ezekiel 7, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee.
See, now is the end come upon thee. Now that lets you know it was a point in time where the Lord was going to flare up on you people, man. And this is the time. See, the Lord let you have your way to a certain extent. Now is the time to get that judgment. Matter of fact, somebody get Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because you thought you were just going to do nigga shit and die, and hope that you're going to go to heaven. No, you're going to suffer horrific judgment, man, because of the lifestyle that you have lived. You got that. Somebody got that. Ecclesiastes 8. Nah, you got it.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
See, it's not executed speedily. That's why the Lord said, now is the time. Now is the time, because you thought you got away with this, you thought you got away with that. Well, no, man. The Lord, it was just building the case on you. Pretty much. That's how you get it. The boss, you want to get a big scheme, the leader of a cartel, you don't get this nigga for a dime bag or a few grams. You get all the evidence you need to justify locking this nigga up with no parole or giving a death penalty. That's what's going on with Esau. This case has been built up for a millennium, man.
Always going back to the garden.
That's it.
That's it. Scripture say that, the garden of Eden.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, the brother said, no, he said that, right? That's good.
That's good. Come on, man.
You guys just walk by and say, the garden of Eden. He answered the question for me. That's the spirit of the Lord, man. That's Hebrews the 13th chapter. Hey, you saw that? I thought it was one of y'all. But what was his name? Well, that's the scripture too. It say he is filled with the sins of his youth.
Yeah, that's it. Woo.
Yep.
So you got a huge case, man. There's a lot of evidence, tangible. You got audio, video. You got memorabilia. You still got artifacts of you hitting the lick. By the way, the archetypes, man. Yeah, you taking selfies with the lick that you just hit. That was the archetypes, man. But now it's the end calm now, man. Read that again, Noah.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
And that's why this man proud. Because he feels like he can get away with everything. Matter of fact, somebody get on Psalm 73. That what you got?
No.
You got somebody get Psalm 73.
This is Psalm 50 and verse 21. These things have I done and kept silent.
Start like verse 18. No, start at 16.
This is Psalm chapter 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to fulfill my statute? So what is it for you to declare the statutes of YAHAWASHI? Right? What are you to take his covenant in his mouth? Going on, it says, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth. Seeing thou hatest instruction.
This man hates instruction, man. He do everything contrary to YAHAWASHI. That's why I say who oppose him, against the knowledge of YAHAWASHI. And don't you see that? This nigga say, in God we trust on his dollar bill, but homos got their own TV show. They got their own station. He promotes that to the utmost, but that's totally coming up against YAHAWASHI. The Lord even left an example of Sodom and Gomorrah not to do that. But what this nigga did? He ain't like he just said it's just a few gay bars down the street. This nigga gave them a TV show. He gave them a goddamn a month. Even a parade, man. So you you niggas, man, you gonna catch it, man. You got it, huh?
Good. Send thou haters instruction and cast my words behind thee.
So they let you know he know about the truth. He know about the knowledge of Yahawah sitting outside. But when he cast the words behind him, man. You got it.
When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him.
And that's why you had Cristobal Colon Day, man. You know, you got it.
Good. And has been partaker with adulterers.
And have been partaker with adulterers. And that's why you got this man. That's why you can do whatever the hell you want to do it here in America, man. That's he's the source of that spiritual fornication, man. And also adultery as well. It was the point in time you get put to death for adultery. Then it transferred to you getting the scarlet. You always read the book, the Scarlet Letter. You get a big ass A on your garment for adultery. You know, just a slap on the wrist. Now it's being promoted, man.
It's cool to commit adultery now. We're not saying as soon as you pepper another man's life, you can make a song about it, man. And it become a hit record. Guys like Trey Songz, Chris Brown, and guy like Kim, and what's that other guy? Tank. All of them is a bundle of sticks, but they promote adultery, man. Making it cool, man. 2 Chainz.
But hey, a nigga can't spit a bar without saying probably that's the only way the bar gonna go right. But besides him stunning on you, saying you broke, you got it, you gotta throw that cherry on top. By the way, I hit your bitch.
Another guy too, that nigga can't be.
Oh yeah,
that nigga talks about you look like a girl. You like, I got your woman. I made your woman think, you know. Why would you push that forth, man? Because you wicked. You got it.
But they go back to Esau though.
Yeah, Esau black.
That's see, you niggas, you just think that we just salty guys. But you really look at it, everything go back to that nigga. Everything that's wrong here on the planet Earth is because of this nigga, man. You know,
It's a paper trail to everything.
That's it, yep.
You gotta trace back why you got that cough. You know? So all of a sudden you got this nasty cough.
Yep. That's it.
Where it go back to something, man.
Yep.
Oh, I knew I left out the house and it raining.
Okay, come.
Isaiah 24 and verse 5, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof because they have transgressed the laws.
But it's like you said, it said the scripture said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, under the overwatch of this devil, man. It has been defiled, man, on all levels, all the way from the trees to the water to the air to the people, the physical, your physical body to your mind, man. It's been defiled on all levels because of this man, over his overwatch, his overseeing, you know, because of his lifestyle. Because when you deal with rulerships, you got to think like the ruler. You know, that's why they pass certain decrees and laws, you know, for you to think like them. That's why when Nebuchadnezzar, it was a decree to bow down to that image. It wasn't like it was an advice. No, you had to think like them. You had to follow that way. And that's what you got now. You know, under this overseeing this man, everything is defiled. Everything is in complete wickedness, man. Hold on. I'll finish this off.
It said, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant.
See, because he had changed the laws. Hey, and then let you know he knew about it. Why would you change it? And you had, and it was a diamond on you niggas. By the way, Ronald Reagan claiming that the Bible is the year of the Bible. I think that was 1983 or something like that. This nigga, man, but you see, that didn't matter though. He still changed the law, changed the ordinance, and broke the everlasting covenant. That's why shit don't last here in America. That's why shit, like the fruit of the field, it don't have the strength as it once had because this man don't follow the land Sabbath. He don't follow none of the laws, statutes, commandments that the Lord YAHAWASHI have bestowed, and you see that everything don't have the strength as it once had, man. Under the inhabitants thereof, under the overseer of this devil, man. You got it right.
God, this is Rock 10 and verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, and so as his officers.
See, as the judge of the people as himself, so as the officers, you got it.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
See, so if you ruling, guess what? That era, the rulers, guess what? That vibration gonna trigger down to the people, man.
What can I say? That's the dynamic of a body.
That's it. Yep.
Your head sending the signals to the rest of the body.
Yep. That's it. Yep. So Rock 10.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you got it down with that.
Cause
You still got that y'all son?
this is This is Psalm chapter 50 and verse 18 again. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
See, that tongue frameth deceit that goes to his laws, man. That forked tongue in his record, what he puts on his media, man. Whatever he puts forth to you to influence you, there's nothing but deception, man. You know, this man encourages you to go off, man. This man encourages you to pretty much be contrary to Yahawah sitting outside, because he's contrary to Yahawah sitting outside, man. Right? You got it out. Okay, you got it out.
The song 52 and 2. Thy tongue devises mischief.
See, that tongue devises mischief, meaning what? You sat down and actually pondered on how you want to, you know what I mean, do mischief and do wickedness, man, and testify, man. You know, you got it.
Like a sharp razor, working deceitfully.
See, like a sharp, because at the end of the day, these laws gonna cut you by the way of the military. Because that's how this man wage and war on you by the way of these legislations, man.
That's it.
You know, Rest 84, you know, the King Apple Clan. You know, all these different legislations that this man have is ultimately to raise war on you, to cut you. You know, you got it.
Come. It's Psalms 50 and verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son.
See, and that's the time we into right now. We coming in right now. Slander, man. You know, by the way, you know, him demonizing this, because he really got to demonize the truth. You know, that's what it's all aimed like. We just some salty niggas, man. It's crazy. Like, no, we telling you the truth. We lining you up with the scriptures, and you on meet the part, man. You going off on this, you going off on that. It tells you that in Psalm the 2nd chapter, you know, we are not for his term. You know, so what's the next step? Once you confound it, only thing you can do is slander. You know, you got it, bro.
Real quick, on Galatians 4:16, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
So guess what? You're going to be an enemy of the devil because you tell the truth. The devil is all about deception. You know, devil means deceive. So if you tell the truth, you seen this nigga took the cookie and he said no, and you like, no, he look behind his back. He gonna hate you for that. And it gonna get to the point he gonna want to kill you for it, man. You know? And that's the time that we in. You know? But guess what? We in the time where that standard is gonna be lifted, man. At the end of the day, YAHAWASHI gonna checkmate this man. You know? Because he had ran his course. He got a case on him. He already got a couple of bodies on his hand. He trying to get another body. The Lord said, you ain't getting this one. He said, these grapes you ain't gonna get though. You gotta do what?
Good. Psalms 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
Oh, see?
Yep.
So meaning what? The Lord was building a case on you.
Good.
You got down, he let Chris Ball Cologne come over here. We can't go get his cargo. Then they beat him. All this shit happened. The Lord kept silence. Claude man. Well, these niggas getting shot now, even though they deserve theirs too. But at the same time, it's a case being built on you devils, man. So I said, these things I kept silence, you got it.
Good. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
See, so at it got to the point that you started lying to yourself that the Lord was with you. That's why the thing called manifest destiny, man. You got that damn pride. You like, you know what, the Lord is with me, terrorizing the planet Earth. And to the point, the Lord was with you doing it. I tell you that in Revelation the 6th chapter, he gave you the power to take peace from the earth. But now it's a time that's being taken away, man. You got it.
Good.
Okay.
But I will. You want to go ahead?
Go ahead. Don't get it. Don't get it.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 7.
Yep.
For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Yep.
And only he who now letteth will let.
See, so meaning what? In the cut. He knew who the wicked was, but it wasn't time for him to come out. Because it wasn't going to, hey, what the scripture said, Obadiah verse 18.
Yep.
He got to actually measure up to that.
That's it.
He can't just be Obadiah 18, just some other shit, like what Boaz did or what Ham did. You know? He got to be Obadiah 18 for what he doing all the way up to this point, man. From goddamn from the garden all the way up here now.
Yep.
That's why he's going to be Obadiah 18. That's why I say he will let, man. The Lord is allowing this man to do this. You got it.
And punishment got to 50 execution.
Yeah, that's it. That punishment. Yeah, you get a man the death penalty is an apple or something. No, he's been over down 18 because of what this nigga did, man. All the way from the guard, man. You know, he ain't got his punishment yet. That's why we're gonna go back to Ecclesiastes 8. Because that's why I said it was set him to do more. Because he got away with this. Let's see how far. You know how the devil is. He said, I got away with this. Let's take it in this. Let's see if we can goddamn go to Mars now and fuck that up.
They go back to Tubal Cain where he said that
Lamech. See, Lamech, man. That goes to Amalek, man. That's Amalek ass. That's why they gonna get the worst of the worst, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, see?
Spit some ball.
Come on, man. Yeah. So let you know, man. You devil, man. You the worst of the worst. You thought goddamn Tukey Williams somebody was bad. Esau, you know what I mean? Just a nigga in a big office class. He's the worst nigga on all, man. Edomite. You know, but you got it out. Read it again.
2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who letteth will let.
See, so the Lord YAHAWASHI is allowing the wicked to do what he got to do. That's what he paid him to do. That's why he gave him the power. You read that Revelation 6 chapter. He gave him the power to take peace from the earth. That's what he was meant to do in the movie. He was supposed to be the bad guy in the movie. But you didn't know that at first. But now continue on.
It says, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Keep going.
It says,
Verse 8.
verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
And then you're going to find out the source of all the problems in the planet Earth. It was the so-called white man the whole time. You know? It was because of this nigga the whole time, man. You know, you got it.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
See, that's why we're the enemy of the devil, because of we telling the truth. We like, hold on. Because crack is, he made crack. He made heroin. Jay don't got the mental capacity to say, you know what, I'm going to cut this dope, I'm going to make it lock up. Jay don't know about that shit, man. He the one that did that guns in the hood. Oh, just you drinking a goddamn Aquafina out of a plastic water bottle. It was him, you know. So he's been revealed by the spirit of the mouth of the Lord, man. Right, you know, you got it.
It says, and shall destroy it with the brightness of his coming.
See, and that's when you have a shot return, man. That's going to be the icing on the cake. You're going to be found out. You're going to be sentenced and indicted, man. You know. You say you got something.
I got something.
You got it.
Romans 9:17, for the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, and I may show my power in thee.
So, and that's pretty much what the Lord did. The Lord gave this man power like no other kingdom before, man. But guess what? This is why the Lord really, his name is not going to be put out the earth after this, man. Because back then in Egypt, you probably remember what happened to Egypt, but people don't really speak on who did it to Egypt. Woo. But when you read Jeremiah the 16th chapter, it tells you that the Lord liveth, YAHAWASHI liveth, that brought up the children from the land of the north. So that's what you're gonna like motherfucker talk about Egypt. You might say Egypt, this happened in Egypt, that happened in Egypt. But first thing you're gonna say, YAHAWASHI did this to America. He did that to America. He did that to America. That name gonna come back, man, in a major way. It's here now. But it's that icing on the cake when this place get overthrown. You got it. That was it on that one.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
See, and this is the beginning stages of this. It's being throughout all the earth by the way of the internet. You know, you got it.
Good. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee.
See, the law is by us. Matter of fact, somebody get with him something in the second chapter. We were proving this man. That thing started like 10. So the Lord is reproving this devil. We telling him on where he's off at, and he's awesome. He's off of everything. Only thing he's doing good at is being wicked. You got it, huh?
Good. I will set them in order before thine eyes.
See, and you finna get that. You got it, huh?
God, this was Solomon 2:10. Let us oppress the poor and righteous men. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
See, and that's what this man doing. He's oppressing us because he knows that he's at a short time, man. He knows his time is up. You know, you got it.
It says, let our strength be the law of justice.
And that's what you got. Through his laws and legislation, that's what he leaned on, man. You know, this is what this man leaned on through his laws and legislation. It tells you that in, I think that's the book of Psalms, the 12th chapter. It tells you they say they're going to prevail with their tongue. So by the way, they laws and legislation, that's what they leaned on, their tongue. You know, you got to honor back here.
Daniel 8:25, and through his policy, he shall cause crowd to prosper in his hand.
So through his policy, he's going to cause crowd to prosper through. So that's what he leaned on. He's going to write a decree, and that's how he's going to overcome you. You know, but now he's been confounded, man, because the very same laws that he set up is loopholes in it. That's let you know he's the devil. The devil is loopholes in it. Like with the First Amendment, he got to compromise that now. You know, so he's been confounded on all levels, man. Because one thing, this devil liked the ways war, but one thing he didn't thought that he had the upper hand on with the psychological war, man. You know, he's been confounded with that. This is that one chamber that he can't overcome, man. You know, you got to.
It says, Wisdom Solomon 2 verse 11, let our strength be the law of justice, but that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing. It says, therefore, let us laugh and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
See, and that's it. We are not for the turn of this devil, and that's why they lying awake, meaning what they watching and plotting and scheming, man. You know, they got to find a way to justify rolling on us, man. You know, because they can't come up against us. Well, you break down, man. You get this, because they ain't finna come out of that. You know. So what's the next step? Make us look corner and bring them to their feet. You know, you gotta look at more. You gotta
Psalm 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride to persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the device that they have amassed.
See, so the wicked persecute the poor. They said, let them be taken in the device that they have amassed. So your own counsel is gonna somebody get the box 19 and 22. This is what 19.
This Sirach 19 and 22. The knowledge of the wickedness is not wisdom.
See, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. You know, so even though you got a certain status, you know, you got this technology, it's not wisdom, man. You know, you got it.
And there is a fool. No. Neither at any time the counsel of sinners produce.
So it says neither at any time now, anytime. Even though you was able to run circles around the people for centuries, that still wasn't prudent. Because at the end of the day, what that woman say, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Well, you ain't gonna fool me the third time. I ain't caught on to your shit now. And that's what you get by the way of this vaccine. You know, you afford people too many goddamn times now. They ain't finna fight on this. They been on 9/11. They been on the goddamn the Vegas suit. They ain't finna fight on this vaccine, man. So that's why I said anytime the council of the citizens is not prudent, man, because you exhausted all your resources. You already poured all your tricks. So what's the next step? Just kill it. You know?
Can I say those two attributes of Esau? First, you say the deceptive part. We can't just protect you by just feeding you. We just revert to the sword, man. You know? And that's how we regular Esau. He said, look, he tried to finesse him and talk him out of it. You know, he don't want to kill him, man. But later on, when you read it, Genesis 27 chapter.
Because why Isaac didn't know the birthright was his thing. He was still playing the card like he had the birthright.
Come on, it was a nigga, man. Then he tried to flip it on Isaac.
Yeah.
What you mean to tell me you got the one boy? Like Isaac, you walk in the house with a box of chicken for the house. The nigga said, that's all you got. It ain't one more leg. Fuck wrong with you, man? I brought the chicken. That's what this nigga did. He tried to flip it and bounce it on Isaac. So you have a one more person. Put a guilt trip on Isaac. Man, I said, look, man, what should I do with you, man? He said, you know what? I'm going to give you the sword.
somebody get go back in the cruise after 8 and get that song 73. Get that song 73. You can start that on.
Then get that what you got.
Yeah, song 73. You probably start at 2 on that. Okay, God.
It's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sentence against evil work is not executed speedily.
God.
Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
So it's fully set. It's in their mindset, fully set in them to do evil. They ain't gonna repent when they doing, man. It's all about the birthright, man. Yeah. You know. And like I said, if this ain't about the way of the substance, the next step is the sword, man. You know, you got my time.
So Sirach chapter 5 and verse 2. That's like in verse 3. And say not, who shall control me for my works? Woo! For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Let's jump up.
Verse 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
See, and that's why I said the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them. Meaning what? They feel like it's no recompense, you know, for their actions. You gotta understand, every cause got an effect, every action got a reaction. No matter how long it takes, it's gonna happen. Right. You know? So in the pride of this nigga, man, he feel like he gonna do what the hell he want without no repercussions.
They keep the trap open.
Yeah.
They tell you know something ain't right, man. You keep it over because you ain't got pocket.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. That's it.
You still running the operation, man. Why? Because nothing happened to you, man. Yep. You got your fucking niggas, hey, they in the lab. Yeah. Some weird on the lab. In the trap house. That's the real trap house. Yep. The lab. They put some shit together, concocted some shit. That's the real trap house. To make a nigga pregnant. Yeah. Well, that's what they do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, these bitches want a beard. You try to, you know, experience, you want your shit to kind of go out. Yeah, you want your shit to go out full, you know. And there's a bitch with it, man.
Bigger than your shit.
There's a bitch with a big beard out there. That's real talk. Because they give them, a beard cone. This bitch, man, live in a studio apartment and shit, play volleyball. Now she took them, the testosterone pills. Now this bitch got a goatee. Fucking man, that's you, man. You the real drug dealer, man. You the sorcerer, man. You whip and concoct this shit in the lab, then you come up with something, and then, you know, it affects the people, man. You the child, well, I was just the child then. Yep, I'm still reading.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It says,
read that again.
Verse 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways
in thy strength. Because this nigga is so proud, he believed it was him that created the tanks. Him that goddamn came up with this different technology to terrorize the planet Earth. This nigga, he believed in his heart, and he think that was his strength. You know, you got it out.
It says to walk in the ways of thy heart.
See, and that's what you see. By the way, this law legislation being passed, he got away with all this. He said, you know what? Man, fuck that. We finna come out. Let's have Obama sign this law to make homos out there and shit. Yep. It was fully set to do evil. The intent of Esau's heart is being played out now. Yep. You see the mind of the wicked being played out through America, man. You got it out.
It says, and say not, who shall control
on
my work? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
See, YAHAWASHI outside gonna revenge your pride, man. Somebody said the pride of your heart has deceived you, man. It got to the point you lied so hard, you lied to yourself. That's it. You know, you gotta realize, nigga, you came out the cave. You know it was divine intervention that came from that, man. But through your pride, you believe that you goddamn was. That's why you have evolution. That's pride. That's a pride as philosophy, man. Because at the end of the day, you overall said somehow, some way, y'all was the top motherfucker to evolutionize. Big Bang Theory. So out of all this, it was random. You came up on top. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I mean? Somehow he shot the dice and it landed himself. Get the fuck out of here, man. You have some y'all some. Oh, you got it. Oh, it's small name. Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen.
Right, verse 4, it says, "Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me."
See? Man, come on. Read that again. That's bad.
Say not, say not, I have sinned, and what harm has happened unto me.
See, and say that I have sinned, what harm have been what? You think that you're going to get away from your YAHAWASHI outside, man? No, it's that the Lord is building the case on you niggas, man. He's trying to get the top. You know how you get that cartel boss? You ain't gonna get that nigga for a damn blunt. You finna get these niggas for everything. You know what I mean? You finna get these niggas for everything. That's what you see now. Yeah, extortion. You know what I mean? Kidnap, murder, robbery, anything you can goddamn put on the list. We keep up all the law, statutes, and commandments. To the utmost, that's why I said sins reach out to heaven. This nigga did shit that ain't in the law. You know what I mean? That was so bad. Like, damn, you, how the fuck you come on with that? You know what I mean? But you would have said, say not to have sin, what harm coming to me? You niggas are proud, but it's coming, man. You got that Ecclesiastes 8 again?
Ecclesiastes chapter 8. Start back at 11. It says, because sin is against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
So it's fully set in them to do evil. And don't you see that now? You see the mind of the wicked being played out now. Continue on.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged.
See? Though he do it, and did you see that now? Nigga get away with everything. Though he do it, he still living. You got it.
It says, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked. Neither shall be till he prolong his days, which are as a shadow.
So this short run of wickedness, and you thought you were gonna get away with it. Nobody said the Lord, he surely is gonna go well with one that fear the Lord, but also the Lord is sure that your ass is gonna die too, man. Matter of fact, you got something? All right, somebody get some Rock 15 and the left, because he fears not the Most High. See, because he fears not. Meaning what? He's coming up against the knowledge.
Hey, adverse.
He's adverse to YAHAWASHI outside.
That's it.
You know, you got it out.
God, this is on Luke 12 and 16. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room but to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pour down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say unto my soul, thou hast the goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and enjoy.
Not taking to mind that what?
This is on verse 20. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night, thy soul shall be required of thee.
Yeah, this night. Meaning what? Here in America, that's why I said at that last age, you know, you gonna pretty much. Oh, that's why I said you're not gonna reach your perfection, man. This is the night where you ain't gonna. This is where all this shit gonna stop, man. This shit gonna stop tonight. You know what I'm saying? We could end this shit tonight. That's what y'all sitting outside doing, man. This is over with, man. But that's why I said y'all fool. Right? Because you was doing all the shit before. And he ain't say Lord will. He tells you he's gonna say Lord will. But in this nigga pride, even dealing with his own TV shows, this nigga might be saying, see you next week. That's proud as hell. You don't even know you're going to be here next week. But that's the pride of doubt. That's why the Lord said, thou fool. Tonight, I require your life. That's it, man. So, meaning what? You're not going to escape, man. You got it out.
It says, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall these things be which thou hast provided?
And hopefully, the spoils going to go to us, man. That's why you hoarding up this gold. You know, you got Jake. They get a little little bone throwing, so they gonna stunt. You got Esau holding the shit back. He waiting on the new world order to you know what I mean, be completed. Then he'll be able to swallow down his riches. But now, you really hoard that gold, all the riches, the precious stones for us, man. You gotta know why.
Good. This is Sirach chapter 16, verse 11. And if there be one stiff neck among the people,
If there be one stiff neck among the people, meaning what? The one that goes against YAHAWASHI, or it tells you that the rebellion is the sin of witchcraft. So the one, if this be one that rebel against the YAHAWASHI, you got it.
good. It is marvel if he escape unpunished.
And it tells you that the wicked is not going to escape with his spoils, man. Right? It's going to be, it'll be a marvelous thing if the so-called white man don't get judged for all the things that he have done on planet Earth, man. Yeah. It's a you have pollution through the air, through the water, through the food, to the people. You know, you with these different philosophies, you promote homosexuality to the utmost, bestiality. You know, yo, witchcraft. On all levels, you have done nothing but abominable things. It'll be a marvel thing if the Lord, and that's one of the things the Lord delighted in the judgment. Right? Yeah. So he just said, you know what, even though I like judging, I'm just going to skip out on Esau. No, man, that's a marvel. You a marvel at that this man got down to escape this, right? Read that again, huh?
Good. And if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished.
See, it is a marvel if he escaped unpunished. Meaning what? Meaning what? You got to drink that cup. You got to get your ass beat. You got to go through slavery. And ultimately, how you try to cut us off, you actually gonna get cut off. That's it. That's the double. He tried to cut us off, but he actually gonna get cut off. You got it out.
Good. For mercy and wrath are with him.
Mercy and wrath are with him. You got it.
He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure.
And we in that time where that displeasure is being shown, man. We in the time where the Lord is making himself known that he's pissed off, man, by the way of these plagues and these pestilences, man. You know, and also he's gonna show his wrath through Esau. See, hey, Esau, hey, that's a bad weapon the Lord chose, you know, because he's gonna kill, and then he also just gonna get rid of himself too, man. You know. So I think that was it. You got it.
It's Isaiah chapter 10, verse 13. Actually, start verse 20. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work on Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria. The stout heart, and that's a problem. That's it. What's that?
Lift your heights to the cloud. You was a proud, stubborn motherfucker, man. That's why it was those spirits that came out of the fall.
Yeah.
The fall represents stubbornness, man.
Oh, good.
Yep.
So you was stubborn, man.
But hey, 3 falls, like it's the spirit. You go into a frog, and one of the main experiments, if you will, they set a frog in a pot or up in a pan, they turn the heat up, and the frog ain't gonna move, man. That's the same with Esau. The heat then turned up. This nigga ain't budge, man. He's gonna stand firm on his steps. You know?
That nigga seen Michael and everything.
Yeah, he saw
fuck
that.
that, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get my ass beat. Crazy.
Hey, the information came out today. Well, they use all their resources now. They got USPS, they got UPS, they got FedEx, all these entities, right, to push forth NATs. They said they ain't gonna leave no stones unturned. They're gonna start pushing it forth, man. Walmart.
Yep.
This I was in the group chat I put out. It just arrived in Alabama. Just arrived in Alabama. You know, how fit? I was just saying. They came to Alabama. Come on, man. Well, they got out of California flocking. They said they enforcing some of the most strictest bans. And what was the first ban? They said private meetings, man. So come on, man. Who is this resistance against? The spirit of YAHAWASHI outside. See, you people look at us like we just a bunch of disgruntled guys on the block, but the elites look at us as a challenge, man. That's why you notice all these, even down to the YouTube guidelines, they affect us, man. We don't affect goddamn, yeah, shot down, man. What's this nigga with the big horse-tail fur? That nigga, man. You better hope I don't find you, I get them spiritual powers. Yeah, you better hope you ain't a fucking Hamite. We're gonna have a day dedicated. Soccer day with this nigga. You got that nigga here.
Shotgun day.
See how long you can throw the shot.
Wow. It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil.
The world is, guess what? This world, this society, and everybody that's subscribed to it, man. You know? That's the world they're talking about. They ain't talking about the planet Earth. You know? They're talking about everybody that's subscribed to this devil and his system, man. You know, you got it.
But and the wicked for their iniquity.
See, and the wicked, see, that lets you know, even though the discretion was for the wicked, but if you part of this nigga, you gonna get it, man. Right. You know, you got it.
And will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Matter of fact, somebody get Job 18. Somebody get. Okay, all right. Somebody, I want to get in real quick. Get Job, read that again.
Come. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
14. Because he said he gonna cause the arrogancy to cease. What that's gonna happen when YAHAWASHI return, man. Yep. You know, that's gonna happen when YAHAWASHI return. See, you niggas gonna be shitting bricks in that day, man. You know what I mean? Get that out real quick.
Book of Job 18 and 14. His covenant shall be rooted out of his tabernacle.
His covenant is gonna be rooted out of his tabernacle. Meaning what? You niggas gonna be humbled in that day, man. The Lord is gonna that arrogant, that proud spirit that you had. You gonna. That's why I said the mighty man is gonna be like a woman in her pain, man. So that proud of the fucking. You think you a proud Marine? You take pride in your fighter jets. What the Lord about to show, that's gonna take all. You see a nigga got there do a 360 jump. But how they like, man, I don't think we can beat them today. We're gonna have to take these hair today, man. But the Lord gonna put the spirit, he gonna put the spirit on you to fight though. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be nothing but dust and smell of smoke. But the point is, your covenant is gonna be rooted out. That arrogancy gonna stop. You got it out. You got it.
Job 11 and 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost.
See, and that's gonna be pretty much the end of it, man. That's gonna be the only gateway out. Just die. You know. You got you had something outside. Okay, all right.
You know, Isaiah says, verse 13, when he says, my strength in my hands are good.
Ooh, see, that's the king of Syria, right? Speaking that, man. He's the one that speaks. He said by his own strength that he done this, man. And that's why the Lord, he always humbled these kings, man. And it was to the point, they had to acknowledge YAHAWASHI. You know, it was actually, I think it was it Darius or Cyrus? They made the decree, you had to follow the God of Daniel, man. Yeah. You know? Nebuchadnezzar, man. You know, so it was to a point they had to acknowledge YAHAWASHI. Even Pharaoh. You know, even though the Lord ended up hardening his heart again, but he had to acknowledge the power of the Lord, man. But only with this nigga, man. Yeah. That's why Obadiah 18, the 18th verse got to help.
And it's like, can I say, this nigga got the technology. No telling what he see. Yeah. This nigga see chariots. Here it is. We squinching, you know, we look at the chariots. This nigga got front row seats to the chariots. He see that there's a higher power out there, man.
Yep, that's it.
He's picking up signals and shit. Yeah, oh yeah, he's seeing the angels.
Yep, that's it.
You know?
Yep.
Angels like, all right, look, I'm Raphael. You know? This devil man still trying to push forth his, you know? But the more and more we get towards the end, his confidence is being rooted out. Was that the process too? What you always doing? When you root something out, it's like pulling your teeth. Well, his confidence ain't as it used to be. Because as he tried to push forth his agenda, you can see the reluctant approach. You can see with this devil thinking it out, you know? And he ain't as confident as he was, man. Because now you can no longer run circles around the people, man. Why? Because now you being made better. Everybody see that you the devil. That's coming out around the world now.
Continue on in verse 13. For he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people.
See, that lets you know that they said at any time the counsel of the prudent is not the counsel of the sinners is not prudent, man. So this nigga, that's all his all vain thoughts, man. You know, and then when we just read in Surah, it says, "Say not," in thy heart you're gonna follow on your own ways. The Lord is gonna revenge your pride, man. You know, so you think it's all about through your technology, through your thought process that you came up, man. No, it was YAHAWASHI outside that pays you because you are hiring, that pays you to terrorize the earth, man. You know, you got it.
It says, and have robbed their treasures, and have put down the inhabitants like a valiant.
Okay, I say something real quick. It said remove the bounds of the people. He took on he stepped in here, friends on they lot. This nigga say he the Egyptian. You watch a movie, he them. Okay, he all the other nations, but ultimately he the Israelites. That's why he say he robbed them for their treasure. You know how to tell you in Micah the 2nd chapter how this man coveted a man fields, houses, and a man inheritance, man. This the thief, man. This nigga breaking your house, steal everything, then he raided the fridge. Nigga take a drink out the orange juice too, man. That's Esau, man. They tell you that in Obadiah, man. If you have stolen till you had enough, goddamn. Now you want the people, man. He want two now. He want two. He want to put a tag. He want to tag you. Now you here. This nigga got a God complex, man. That's why we appreciate what the Lord is going to give us, man. You know, by taking them. That's the inheritance. Taking Esau, man. Taking you into captivity. That's why Psalm the 2nd chapter makes a whole lot of sense when you come into the truth, man. Ask for me and I'll give you the heathen. Who the first on the list? Psalm 83, the so-called white man. We're going to beat the shit out of you in the kingdom of heaven, man. No, that's right. But I know that's up there. Come on. And you see a band and you might take the trunk up, man. We're trying to get that motherfucker out of here, man. You finna leave her. That's my cue. But guess what? You're not gonna get away, man. The hunt is on. Oh, you remember me? Yeah, the hunt is on, man. We're coming after you, man. We have identified and targeted you as a corporate. Which it didn't take a lot because when I brought out, say not I have sinned and what harm has come to me, that's heavy. This nigga know he went off. That's pride. You know you went off, man. And you think just because the Lord has sprung into action concerning judging your ass that you powerful. You know? Fucking devil, man.
It's cut off.
That shit cut off, man.
Nigga put it in first. You like, man, you gotta start off in second, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, good. It says, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man.
Read it again, huh?
And I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man.
But it was YAHAWASHI outside that gave you the power, man. It was the Lord that gave this man the power. But you see that the pride of this devil, man, because of his tanks, his fighting jets. You know what I mean? That's why people, read 13, they said, who will make war with the beast, man? You know? And that's how he got proud, by the way. Let me tell you, matter of fact, somebody get Psalms 83 and somebody get Maccabees the first chapter. Like, that was the same spirit Alexander had. He was taking all these kingdoms down. He was proud as hell, man. You got that Psalm 73. Yeah. Get that Maccabees the first chapter. You know about Alexander? He lifted up in his heart.
Yeah. This is from First Maccabees 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, and it happened after the Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, and had smitten the king, it had smitten Darius, king of the Persians, and the Medes, that he reigned his stead, the first of the Greeks.
See, and that was the underdog taking the big dude, the big guy, man. Because that Persian army, man, that was a vast army, man. He was perceived to be crazy to goddamn come against these dudes, man. but it was the spirit of Yahweh sitting outside. That was part of the statue. He was messed up. You know what I mean? So it was the Lord that sanctioned Alexander taking them down. You got it.
It made many wars and won many strongholds.
See, and he made many wars and won many strongholds. You got it.
And slew the kings of the earth. And went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations.
And don't you see that this actually happened on a global scale? Not, see, that was just a territory that Alexander went through. This is actually happening on a global scale, man. You got it.
It's so much that the earth was quiet before him.
And that's why they said, who gonna make war with the beast? They was quiet before him. They were subjected unto this man. You know, you got it.
Whereupon he was exalted in his heart, lifting up.
You see? So he was proud as hell. Why? Because he was able to take down these other kings. This man take pride in his military. That's why when you go into that fourth beast, which that's Roman Empire, which is here now in America, the characteristics of that fourth beast Daniel seen was those iron teeth. That's what stuck out on that beast, man. You know?
And that's the second amendment.
Yep, that's it.
Yahawah said, I'm going to be as Isaac. Yahawah said, you're going to give them a sword.
Yep.
That's the second amendment.
Yep.
Y'all have the right to bear arms. Where you think that came from, man? That's the spirit. That came from Yahawah.
Yep.
That's why they put all their stock in their military.
Yep.
Yeah,
Get this. Yeah, we gonna get that. Oh, you got something? All right, got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Continue on in verse 14. It says, "In my hand hath thou as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathering eggs that I left."
See? And that lets you know this man's the one that's taking all the resources throughout the planet Earth, man. It tells you that in Job 38, the eagle looking for far off. Meaning what this bitch is in every other country but theirs, man. You know? Taking the resources, man. You got it up.
Yep. It says, "Have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wings or opened the mouth or people."
See?
So like the author read, it said that the whole earth was quiet out. Okay? This is going into what I just read, man. That, because now it's the same thing happening again, man. These other nations, they're still, gather themselves together to come against this man. But the reason why they haven't sprung into action because this man still got his military might. Okay?
Yep. And that lets you know that coming up against this man, by the way, the military, that's not the way. He already sealed that deal. You trying to have a 3-point contest with Steph Curry. You ain't gonna match up with this nigga, man. You got to beat him another way, and this is the way to this mountain is being moved now. Everybody was trying to find the formula, trying to find a battle plan to overtake this dude, But this is the way, man. By the way of the words of Yahawah sitting outside, man. Real quick.
Consumed by the spirit of his mouth.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, the Lord exposes his weakness. Right? And that's what a tactician does, man. He exposes the enemy's weakness, and you attack it, man, consistently.
I would say, I hear you got a problem. You been hacked away, man. Get that real quick, Doc.
Psalm 73 and 4.
I got time.
But there are no bears in their depth, but their strength is firm.
See, there's no bears in that depth, but that strength is firm. Meaning what? You see that this man, it seems like if you ain't got the spirit of Yahawah sitting outside upon you, you ain't got the eye salve, it will proceed to be that this man still have a strength, have power. But that was the thing. Look back then, it was to the point they had to concede. It was said, you can't beat the God. They had that spirit on them, man. Because they seen that this man was never, it was, by the way, his technology, you can go on and cut your lights on, you can cut the air on, you can flush your shit down the toilet. They were seeing that this man has the power all in the world. There's no way this man is being brought out of power. You got it.
Verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men.
See, meaning what? This man, he's not known for taking L's. He's actually known for giving out L's. Terrorizing throughout the planet Earth, man. By the way of his military. You got it.
Verse 6. Therefore pride compares them about as a chain.
See, therefore, pride compares them about as a chain. Continue on.
Violence covers them as a garment.
That's why they were, see? So by the way of their pride, through their violence, them terrorizing the planet Earth, they feel like there's nothing, they can't be stopped, man. You got it, y'all, son.
This is First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 11.
That's it.
It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all other kingdoms and isles that at any time resisted them. First Maccabees 8 and 11. It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all other kingdoms and isles that at any time resisted them.
At any time, see? And how's that being played out? By the way, of the military, man. You know, they were taking down dominions and kingdoms, any type of resistance. It's being played out through that military, man. You got it.
It says, verse 12, but with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept enmity, and that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, in so much as all that heard of their name was afraid of them.
See, they all heard. So who's gonna make war with the beast? You see niggas dropping bombs on the goose, he can air strikes. You know what I mean? Coming up with these different boogeymen to roll on you now. So they was afraid of this man, but now this is how this man's gonna be taken down by the way of his word. You got it.
Because it's Revelation 6 verse 4. And then when, in other words, that was read, and power was given to him,
See,
and sat there on it.
it was power given to this red horse. And it tells you in that Sirach, the 10th chapter, the 4th verse, it's the Lord that is the one that dish out the power, man. So it was the Lord that gave this red horse the power. You got it?
They sat there on it, take peace from the earth.
So the Lord gave this nigga the power to take peace from the earth. He gave him the power to terrorize the planet Earth, man. That's what he was created to do. It's like hiring a hitman. You know? That's what the Lord did. Or you find you an opponent. You know, big boxing match coming up. It's some money that's gonna be involved in it. And that money was part of that power, man. He gave this man the technology, so when the Lord returns, his name is gonna be magnified, man. You got it.
It said they should kill one another. And that was given unto him a great sword.
And that was given to him a great sword. And that sword ain't just talking about your regular old sword. This man was actually, now he's the Lord gave him. Yeah, see? Yeah.
Oh, hey, see that? Hey, come on, man. You can't make this stuff up, man.
Yeah.
And that shit don't even look like this. That shit look like something from the 1800s.
Listen, this was taking time.
This is a replica of the trolley. That's what I said, a street car. Birmingham was one of the first, you know, other than like San Francisco to have a street car, so they want to bring that old-fashioned model back with niggas. You can just hang a nigga in the center of town square. Call a picnic and hang a nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's the times of those trolleys and shit. Which is a street car was rolling. Yeah. There you go. Picnic, nigga. That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's what it's about down south.
Yeah. You go into the town square. That's why they got the parks. If you go into a lot of parks in America, you got an entry, you got a center of that park.
You got a 100-year-old tree right there.
And it's a 100-year-old tree right there in the center with a branch stronger than a Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying? Ready to hang 2-3 niggas on it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a matter of fact, over in the Ayrton Estates. It's actually let them know, you don't tell them no, it's an actual hanging branch hanging off of where the Ayrton Drive, what did it say? First Avenue, right? First Avenue, yep. Going into on the west side here in Birmingham. They're called Ayrton Park. It's an actual hanging branch that the Edomites used to hang brothers on. Yep, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 14 and verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Go to Matthew the 13th chapter. It says, they that see thee, because everybody can't really see you, which we know everything is a build-up. Ultimately, everybody's going to know who this devil is once he's completely naked. You know, once you take it down, you get knocked out in the middle of the ring, then everybody see, okay, damn. You know, you wasn't the champ. Matthew 13, that thing started like 16. You got it? You can say Matthew 13 and 16, blessed be Salakia. Blessed are your eyes, for they see. See, read this again.
Right. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Right, so narrowly look upon someone means you really focus in. You know, you shrink the vision. You narrowly look on it. So what's really happening right now? Because you got to remember, everything will build up with YAHAWASHI. That's why he compares the rulership of Esau to a tree, man. All right, the seed was planted. What's that? What's that first Ezra first chapter, I believe. Oh, the fourth chapter, yep. Second is the fourth, where the seed was planted. Then when you read Psalms 37, it tells you how that tree grew as a green bay tree. Yep. Right? So everything is a process with the Lord. So even us narrowly watching this man, it's not gonna just stop right here. We're gonna scrutinize this nigga. We're gonna examine him, assess him. So ultimately he's gonna be destroyed, man. And in that day, the people gonna see, even in the kingdom, they're gonna look at him like this nigga, we're gonna tell a story that he was ruling, man. Hey, that's the same with like them Sudanese and Sudan. Those really the ancient Egyptians, man.
Yeah.
Now when you look at them today, they jumping around 80 pounds. Them niggas 85 soaking wet. And they jumping around doing a crazy dance. And they be like, this, oh shit. The Lord made mockery of them. Now, you know what? Those the same ones that was ruling over us, man. To show you how the Lord know how to abase you, man. But guess what? Everybody don't know that. See, we've been given eyes to see. We know that those guys up there in Sudan is actually the Egyptians, man, that ruled over us. See, go ahead.
They that see thee.
See, they that see thee. We have eyes to see, man. We see your future, man. No matter how you vote, man, you walk around in a goddamn 3-piece suit. You know, you sit up in these different executive office meetings, and you got these executive jobs. We see that, man. At the end of the day, you're gonna be a goddamn peasant, man. You're gonna go back to where you was meant to be. Which when you go into those RAWCHAA, the Red Shield, they go back to the Bowers, man. That's what they name. That's what they go back to, the Bowers. You look up that word Bower, what it means? Peasant, man. So they're gonna go back to being peasant. They show you how bad the Lord is, man. The Lord cold, man. What was that? Well, get that. Get Ecclesiastes, 10th chapter. Go ahead,
God, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Yep, go ahead.
And consider thee, saying, is this the man?
Right. Is this the man? Okay, go ahead.
That made the earth to tremble?
How did this man make the earth to tremble? By way of his military, which the brother was harping on, right? Okay, this is how this man established his authority. Matter of fact, give me Revelation 13 and start at like 11. This is how this man established his power through his blessing. Hey, let's say like if you were blessed with a 4.2, in the 40-yard dash. That's how you gonna make your money. You got the ability to run routes. And we talking football now, you know. If you got the ability to hit somebody, you know, that's how you gonna make your money, through your blessing, man. So when you go back to Genesis, the 27th chapter, tell you how this man was given a sword. So this is how he's gonna make his name for himself. See that? Read that again.
Read. Is this the man?
Right there, what you said.
Okay, good. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
See, that made the earth to tremble. The scripture is highlighting his blessing. This is the only thing this nigga brought to the earth, man. This is the only thing, what did you say?
Take peace from the earth.
Take peace from the earth, that's it. This is the only thing he was given the offer of the earth. That's why the scriptures highlighted his qualities. It didn't say, is this the man that had canned goods for your ass? When you know, because the Lord don't recognize that. Hey, I got a video, man. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna put it out. I got a video. It's a clip, and I'm gonna feel it right bad. It's a video showing these Americans, these niggas running out the grocery store to food. That's the real talk. Yeah, they steal it. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to y'all. I'm gonna send it to y'all. It just came out. It's on Inside Edition. You know, but it's not, you know, you had a red basket. Motherfucker just pulled it out the store, man. He didn't even look like a bum. He was a regular guy. It was the footage of a brawl. She would get behind the counter and shit, and she lift up her leg and put the shit up in the real talk, man. Real talk. That's what happened. Then they interviewed the store owners. They say, look, man, these people, man, they're not known for doing this. It was the first time they ever did it. All hell breaking loose out here, man. See that? They can't even afford to feed themselves. She's going down. See? Yeah, Edomite, yeah. Yeah, one of the Edomite who bought it out the store. He filled it in. He took the basket and all. Go ahead.
Is this the man that made the earth?
No, it's not that about you might have the basket, man. Still, we had all this, you know, he should have been a dinner, man. He had celery and shit. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 30:7, and the Lord thy
about being a base, man. Okay? And really, all of you Americans, see, any of you who subscribe to whatever Esau has packaged and presented to you, you're going to suffer the same fate. Give me that real quick. Isaiah 13 and 15. Read this again.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right, so all of you who was in this privileged position, now you finna catch hell, man. See, the Lord about justice, man. See, somebody hold is, I think that's Sirach 36, point like 5. You got something?
Psalms 9 and 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell. And all the
nations. Hold up. The wicked shall be turned into hell. Meaning your future going to be fashioned unto that of being a base. So if you were turned into hell, that means obviously you was in an exalted position, meaning you was in heaven, man. And how many times we got to go through that? Because the nigga who read the Bible, you know what I mean? They see the word heaven and hell, and they just fall apart. No, man, heaven, from the symbolic gesture, is dealing with being exalted, man. Right now, this is the so-called white man's heaven, and this is our hell, man. It's just that simple. Go ahead, huh?
Reading on, read off, finish it off.
Read again from the top.
Psalms 9 and 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forgot the Most High.
Yeah, all the nations that forgot the Most High, man. So all of you, see, with the Lord, it's too extreme, man. Lord don't deal with no gray areas, man. Either you in the spirit or not. Give me, what's that, Galatians 5 and 17? You got something? Oh, yeah, come,
This is book of Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Right. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Go ahead.
And everyone
hold on, you notice something, right? Just notice this. Let's bring it back. This is violent, man. See what I'm saying? You people, yeah, see that? Oh, that's it. Yeah, war story.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Cold right there. Yeah. Because why? You people and your expectations concerning the scriptures was never that. It never was, the stock you put into the scriptures had nothing to do with what you thought in your warped mind. It's the bloodiest book ever published. And that's the way you get your point across, man. With a great king don't compromise, man. A great king rather be feared than loved. See? Go ahead, huh?
It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Joined into who? Esau, he hot. That's the nigga that's hot. That's the one who YAHAWASHI got on the scope. So guess what? If you in a car with him, now you gonna get it. Read that last part again one more time, man.
Come. It says Isaiah 13.
And that's gonna affect the spirit, man. That's a part of being joined, man, to this devil right there, man. What you think gonna happen to him, man? He gonna get it, man. That's crazy. Nigga has a caprice hand. But you know what? The nigga got a 40 cal though.
In his purse.
In his purse. Cause the nigga has a man purse. And he got a 40.
Pink 40.
Yeah, the pink one. Register pink one.
That's Esau for you. He's a homo. You can put hands on him, but he's up the strap.
Damn, man.
Fucker, man.
All the way.
Yeah, man. That's why, man, that's why we need YAHAWASHI. Yep. Come on.
It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
See, there's a penalty for you subscribing to Esau bullshit, man. Especially you Israelites, man. See, everything getting narrowed down now. We don't give a damn about you 2/3, but you Israelites that know that you Israelites, you got to come out of this world, man. You got to commit fully to YAHAWASHI. And the reason why these other groups come up against us, right, because they're not willing to do that. They ain't ready to do that yet. They want to still be able to have a foot in the grave and a foot in the truth. Yep, go ahead. You got something? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 28 and verse 18. And your covenant with them shall be disannulled.
Yeah, your covenant, your agreement with death, which is the so-called way, man. God's going to cancel that out, man. Okay? You people about to get a rude awakening, man. You about to realize there's a power out there, man. YAHAWASHI. You know what he's going to do when that famine hits your ass. Yeah, go ahead. That's going to be the first stage. When that famine hit, then they're going to take away all the pride. That's why we do better. Give me second example. I'm not just saying that. That's the chronological order.
White folks
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? What the hell you do?
Man, they put me in an apartment, gave me riches, gold,
Hey, a gift will store at the heart, man.
Gift is scoundrel.
I'm talking about Black Lives Matter.
You heard us say, we ain't with that. We ain't with that. Well, look, you gonna die with you. Give me. Come here, bro. Don't go nowhere, bro. Let me ask you another question.
Where you going, Tahiti? Where you going, Hawaii?
I mean, you see that? Y'all see that, right? Nobody gonna get you there. Hey, hold on. Let me say something. Through the spirit, right? Let's show you right there. We can't make this up. What we just read? If they be joined up to them, just let them go, man. The nigga took down his mask over there. He took his mask down so he could speak out.
Put your mask on.
Hold up. The nigga said that they gave him riches and. Well, the nigga ears messed up because he heard us say nothing about no Black Lives Matter. That ain't mad. Yeah, come on, Black Lives. And we ain't saying nothing about no Black Lives Matter, bro. Yeah. That's right.
Cucumbers and shit.
Yeah, right.
Like cucumber salad and shit too.
That's all this nigga want. Just a gift card. Yeah, gift card from Target. And, you know, they get him in a room for the night. Hey, which I went into that in the spirit. Y'all know the JC CEO. They being overwhelmed by requests now. He one of them niggas. And you mean tell me, man, you talking about the white man, he did more than people. Man, get the hell out of here, man.
But you got Social Security card.
But that's why we got to get rid of it. That's why we're going to purge out the rebels. That's right in the scripture. We're going to purge out the rebels. See what I'm saying? You can't make this up, man. Hold up, just go ahead. Come on.
It's Isaiah 20:18. Your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand.
Right, yeah. So your agreement with hell is not going to stand. You're going to fall, man. You're not going to be established versus those of us who put our trust in YAHAWASHI. And that's in Isaiah 33rd chapter, man. Yep, go ahead. That was it there?
It says, when the overflowing storms are passed through.
Yeah, we went into that last night about going into the flood, which is dealing with Esau and his military, man. That's how the Lord's going to set it off. See, that's going to wake you people up too, man. As well as see that standing, that's going to take you out your comfort zone. That's in Isaiah 33:6, but it's also in Isaiah 3:1. Where it said the Lord taking away the staff from the state of Israel, the whole state of bread and water, man. That's going to be the reality check, man. You see, a nigga, he probably got a certificate of Chick-fil-A, like a gift card. You know, $5, oh, you know what I mean? Buy this and get the other free. So now he's proud. But guess what? When you don't have nothing to eat, man, they're gonna level off the playing field. Yeah, but see, that's Jake. Like these Jakes out here who feel like they have made Esau their refuge, they're offended in any resistance. It's not just us. They hate the Black Lives Matter. They hate all of it. They're like, man, you stir that shit up, man. I'll mess with them good up, man. Fucking devil, you, man. See, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, devils too, man. We just read that in Isaiah 13th chapter. Whoever joins to them shall be blessed too. Hey, imagine that, man. You died to death for Esau, man. That's not honorable, man. Yeah, you died to death of an infidel, man. You know, an unbeliever, man. There's no honor in that. We'd rather just die, man, for YAHAWASHI. That's great honor in that, man. You know, rather than die for Esau, man. Here it is, you subscribe to Esau, then you rot away in a studio apartment. They found some noodles. They found 2 more packs of noodles there. Yeah, go ahead. It's like, let me just read it. Let me read a quick definition. Which, you know, a lot of people know this, but Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, right. Because hey, this Jake that just came up, he was a prime example of Stockholm syndrome. It says Stockholm syndrome is a physical response, a philosophical response. Okay. So like, it occurs when hostages, okay, or abuse. What you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you hostages, man. You're prisoners of war behind enemy lines, man. When you're really looking at things through the replica of reality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, goddamn prisoners. That's all you are. Go ahead, It says, it occurs when hostages or abused victims. Yeah, you've been abused, man. Got the shit beat out of you, man. By Esau, man. This nigga turned around and said, man, the white man did more for me. That's the nigga that's gonna die, man. You're going to die to death. Yeah.
Oh, that's the verse that they cry
Well,
out?
that's the version that they cry out. Somebody, let's get that. That's the version that they cry out, man. When she was raped, which means deceived. So that's the spiritual overtone of that too, man. Here it is, you was betrothed to the Lord because you was bound to the Lord by the law, statutes, and commandments, but you got seized and grabbed up by your enemy. He popped you, and he beat the shit out of you, did whatever he pleased, and now you fell for him, man. So much so that now you have a problem with your real husband. What you think the Lord gonna do when he busts in the door on you, man, and some man leaves your hotel? Your old man busts in, boom. You gonna bust both of y'all up, man. Look, go ahead.
Jeremiah 30:14, all thy lovers have forgotten thee.
Yep.
They seek thee not.
Yep, yeah, so your lovers forgotten you, man. That's why this nigga, he was rallying around that idea. Yeah, so-called white man did so much for me. Good, but we're in a time now, this nigga said, man, the hell with this nigga. What's gonna happen, boy?
So I have wounded thee with the wound of the enemy.
Yeah, the enemy is the so-called white man. What?
With the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Yep. So the Lord used Esau to bring about this stuff. He's gonna be made more and more manifest as we move closer and closer to the return of our Lord YAHAWASHI. It's about to get real deal out here, man. And a nigga like that, he don't stand a chance. And see, now, we start seeing a little things, we start seeing such things being out here on the streets, mingling among the people. You can see that the Lord brought him up to be judged.
That's it.
Because like he could have just kept going. He was compelled to stop, and he watched it for a minute. He was in court. He disrupted the proceedings. This court, you bust in the door. That's a sure shot. Hey, let's say the court ain't even got nothing to do with you. We hear that. We talking about Esau. Court ain't got nothing to do with you. And you bust up in court and say some shit. You do shit. What the judge gonna do? He gonna hold you in contempt, man. See? Hold it in contempt.
It's Luke 19:27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them.
Right. So the scripture says, those my enemies that would not have me reign over them. That goes into somebody real quick. I think it's Romans 8 where it say the carnal minded is enmity with the Most High. If it's not Romans 8, let's look that up real quick. Let's look that up. This is a key word in that. Now read that one more time, huh?
Luke 19:27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them.
Right. Hey, now hold up. YAHAWASHI is establishing his rulership through us. Hey, let's say like if the power company send out someone to your house, it ain't the executive of the company, but it's somebody who works for the company. If you don't listen or hearken to the words of that representative, that means you're not listening to the executive. Man. So the Lord sent us forth with this message, this decree. If you reject us, then that means you don't want YAHAWASHI to reign on. See that? Now hold that and give me what I asked for.
This is Romans 8:7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law.
But it is not subject. When you go into the word subject, it means under rule. So if you ain't in the spirit, you're not willing to fall under the rules of YAHAWASHI. Read it again.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject.
Did you see that? He was enmity. He came up with the spirit of the Most High. Because he was carnal. The nigga said a white man gave me, tangible things. And you know what? I'm finna ride for this nigga now, man.
One word for enmity is hostile.
Yeah, hostile.
That's what he was very hostile. He had a hostile man. Really was saying, damn YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. That really what he was saying.
Oh, well, that's the case. If I come and I say, look, I come to your house, I got Alabama power. I come to disrupt your services. You come up against me, it's not me. It's not me. You coming up against the executive of that company, man. Right. See? Yeah, read it again from the top.
Son, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law.
Because it is not subject to the law. This is the law up here. You got niggas that talk, like the IUIC niggas. I was showing y'all that last. You're not the spirit. Y'all was just talking about that. Y'all got some else? All right, now look, I tapped on the video, and the shit was so loud. It was y'all noticed that? We were watching somebody else last night. One of the camps. I turned on that video by mistake, and the shit was so loud, I drowned it too. I was trying to turn the shit down, the Lord wouldn't even let it turn down, man. And they was going into the law. No, this the law, man. What I mean by that is everything we teach is the law, man. That's the law, man. Because what name one of you niggas out there that can keep the law of Moses in its entirety, man? Not one of you, man. That's not the law that's going to justify you, man. And that tell you that, what's that? Psalm 25? The commandments, you know, pure commandments.
What's the purpose of Yahawah? Yeah. What's the purpose of Yahawah? You can fulfill the law while Yahawah had it. Answer that question.
Hey, that's above the strength of them guys. Because that's why we read Matthew the 28th chapter, Yahawah said, all power has been given to me. I come to fulfill the law. That's the king. Yeah, that's the king. Hey, you know what proved that? Yahawah in 1 Kings the 3rd chapter said that Yahawah pleased him by asking for wisdom, man. Hey, look, let's say if I wanted somebody to run my company, it's going to be based upon the person that have the know-how, man.
Oh, he reiterated that. Back up. Wisdom of Solomon. I love his number.
Come on, man.
He reiterated.
Hold up, you just said it. The whole book, the title, the over the head, right? The title of that chapter is the wisdom of Solomon. You think that's bullshit, man? Yeah, come on. What did we read?
God, this is Romans chapter 8.
And we have something else we read. Okay, yep, we got to do that, yep. But it was something else. Yep. Well, we get this right here with what I got first.
Because the carnal mind, this is Romans 8:7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
Yeah, it's not subject to the law of the Most High. That's why I brought up that point. We the law of the Most High. We got the words of Yahawah outside, man. So this is a law, man. Just like if someone sends forth a representative of their company, he the law at that point. You got to listen to what that man say. You have a nigga, man, I want to talk to this boss. I'm here on behalf of the boss, man. You talk to the boss, man. Through the spirit. Yeah, go ahead.
Luke 10:16.
That's it.
He that heareth you, heareth me. He that despises you, despises me.
Yep.
And he that despises me, despises him that sent me.
See that? So that's the chain of command. So the Lord sent us forth as the authority, man. And you know what? That's above the strength of a simple nigga, man. And the Lord laid that stumbling block in front of you, man, so you won't return. Because you're going to look at your own people. Hey, you know, Jake, they look at us as a, and rightfully so. The Lord did this. Give me 1 Corinthians the 1st chapter. The Lord set this together beautifully, man. You ain't going to listen to the dude that lost. Here it is. You losing. And you come and tell me, I got the answer, man. You don't want to hear us. Because we represent the ones that lost. But guess what? That was the beauty of Yahawah South. It eliminated the carnality. Now you have to be in the spirit to come into this thing, man. That's why only certain men can dwell in the courts of Yahawah South. Matter of fact, what that was, give me 1 Corinthians the 1st chapter real quick. Is that 27 or something like that?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 1, verse 26 and 27. It says, but the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Yeah, the Most High chose the foolish things. See? Or not, do not be look foolish. Go ahead,
It says, and the Most High hath chosen the weak things of the world.
See, the weak things. Is you going to listen to somebody that's weak concerning the matter of wrestling? Concerning wrestling, you got a frail dude. And but the scriptures talk about that too. It said, consult not with one in matters of war who is of power, man. And it said, consult not with a woman who's jealous or something like that over another woman or something. So, hey, that's just natural. That's natural reflexes. If I'm broke and I come and tell you, hey, this is how you should get money. You don't want to hear that, man. You don't want to hear that. You feel offended by that. That offends you. But here it is. You got the weak. You got the poor. The weak telling you and speaking to you concerning matters of power and rulership. That's offensive. Lord set this thing up together beautifully, man. And the only one that's gonna come in is the spiritual. See? Come on, let me go back here.
It says, "In the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things."
See, it's a method to the madness, man. The Lord is about stirring things up. See? Go ahead,
Verse 28, it says, "In the base things of the world."
See, in the base things of the world, we the bottom of the bottom, man. Go ahead.
"And the things that are despised."
Woo!
Hath the Most High chosen.
Yeah, so that's why our people despise us. You think our people want to listen to us? They want to listen to the very thing that represents what they've been going through. You know, I remember listening to y'all when I see you, all I can think of is living in the project. You don't want to hear from us. That's why you're willing to yield to Esau. Because he's going to come up with a suitcase or some crazy shit. But guess what? That's how the Lord snared his people, man. Because there was a time when you go into the history, our people, they would try to finesse the Lord by having sacrifices. They'll know they'll go off.
Get away.
Yep.
Turtle doves.
That's it. They'll sacrifice turtle doves, and, you know. But the Lord said, you know what? I know how to cancel that out. It's going to be a spiritual thing. That's why a spiritual temple was built. Spiritual sacrifices were made now. This is the sacrifice.
That's it.
See? That's our boy.
Yeah, that's all.
Go ahead.
It says,
You need to stop playing.
"And the Most High have chosen, and the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty." It says, "And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty."
Hey, which is Esau. That's why when you read the story of David, King David, he's renowned for what? Being a young lad, yet he took down the mighty warrior Goliath. That was a similitude for what's happening now. The poor, okay, the downtrodden, man. Here we are. We taking down Esau. You got something?
Proverbs 22, verse 2, "The rich and the poor meet together."
Woo! That's the that's the two. Hey, I'm gonna say something, right? Now the Lord heavy. When you read Wisdom of Solomon 12th chapter, it says that the incorruptible spirit of the Lord is in all things. Now, when you consider the rulers of America, the president, it all boils down to two candidates. There always just be two candidates. You know, usually you have three, but when it goes back into two, even if sometimes you have that third candidate, but he just fills it out. You know, but it all goes to two candidates. Well, that's the same with the nations. The only two nations that set up is Jacob and Esau. But who end up, when you go into the presidents, right, who end up winning? The elect. That's why I know it's the president elect.
Oh, that's cold.
So who's going to win out of these two nations? That's why when you read Proverbs 29th chapter, it talks about how when the righteous is in rulership, the people mourn, but when the wicked, see, it's only two candidates. So who's going to win? The elect, man. We're going to be the ones that rule. See? That will bring. Let's go back. We'll bring.
Proverbs 22, verse 2, "The rich and the poor meet together."
See? So those are two candidates. Go ahead.
"The Lord Yahawah is the maker of them all."
Yeah, the Lord, Romans the 9th chapter. The vessel, the Lord created these two vessels out of one lump of clay. One was set up to rule, one was set up to be exalted and highly esteemed, the other was set up to be abased, you know? One was set up to be a beautiful vase, and the other was set up to be a damn trash can. But there you go, I went there, a toilet bowl. Yep, go ahead.
This is Sirach 33 and 14. Good is set against evil.
Good is set against evil, man. That's what this thing has grown to. That's the build-up. Good against evil, boy.
Good. Life against death.
Life against death.
So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the God.
And that's heavy because YAHAWASHI, he tell you the same story, but he gives you different scenes, if you will. This is going all the way back to Jacob and Esau. That's why when you read Matthew the 13th chapter, where YAHAWASHI speaks concerning the kingdom, he gives you different examples. He said the kingdom of heaven is as a woman, you know, or the kingdom of heaven is as a man searching for a goodly pearl. The kingdom of heaven is as a field with a treasure. But it's the same kingdom of heaven, man. So we read these stories, the good against evil, light against darkness, believers against unbelievers, the Halal against the temple of YAHAWASHI. It all goes back to Jacob and Esau. That's it, man. Go ahead, huh?
Good.
For the Lord is a man of war. And everything is built up against one another, man. You know, everything is in contrast against each other. You know, we was in the height of, around noon, it was the height of day. But now we're going into the descension of that. We're finna go into the evening, into the night. There's a war right there, man. That's a conflict, that's a fight. You can sit down, you can stand up, that's a fight. You can open your hands and receive, or you can give. That's a fight. You can spit, you can swallow. See, everything, all the works of YAHAWASHI is a fight. Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 5, verse 14.
Come on, right
Okay,
here.
good. Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, the power of the host, shall be with you as ye have spoken.
See that? So it's a seek good and not evil. Those are the only two options you got. Just like the names I gave the president. At the end of the day, you had Trump or Biden. But guess what? With the nation, you have the elect of the nation of Israel versus the elite of Esau. Those are two candidates. And what have the so-called white man given you, man? Nothing but destruction, poison. You breathing poison. Okay? Just because the so-called white man might have gave you a free dinner, that's not enough, man. That shouldn't cancel out. You know? It shouldn't really cancel out all the wickedness this man did. It's not like somebody beat your ass, raped you, ravaged you, killed your family, then he give you a gift certificate to
Yeah,
You got an artist.
Oh, no. They'll give you the shit like saying straight the red lobster. You got 25% off. Fuck it. That's how Esau do you. Esau don't Esau give you 25% off called the red lobster. Fuck him, man. Oh, you say no more?
Yeah. Scripture say a gift destroys the heart.
That's it.
Mainly our people. Esau, Edom know how to get our people, man. Because their intelligence level, man. That's how they play on.
Yeah, your dog, you know, just throw him a bone. You ain't got to do that extra for your dog. Just throw him a little meat out there. You don't even hand it to him. You throw it.
Get it off the ground.
Get it off the ground, nigga. You fucking devils. But see, you know what? You Jake's reserved. Oh, you remember this nigga Vocab Malone? Y'all remember him? He on vacation, man. He said he about to go write a book now. All you niggas that subscribe to him, man, may the Lord kill you niggas, man. We ain't gonna have no mercy for you niggas, man. Yeah, they part the hot call. I think he do got it. You see that nigga again, he be on the breathing machine. Hey man, we gonna pop y'all, yeah, we gonna do a live lesson on that. Yep, come on.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 8. For wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify them, whom thou hadst called.
Yep, yeah, that's dealing with the elect. Who are our adversaries? Esau, man. Those of you who took these people into captivity, somebody got to pay for that. Boy, executive or something. Yeah.
You know, I said in verse 9, for the righteous children of good men that sacrifice secretly, and with one consent made a holy law, that the saints should be like partakers of the same good and evil. The Father's now singing out the songs of praise. But on the other side, there sounded an ill-according cry of the enemies.
But those are two extremes. You know? You got refuge. Hey, either you're going to go into refuge or either you're going to be left exposed. Go ahead.
But on the other side, there sounded an ill-according cry of the enemies. And the lamentable noise was carrying abroad for children they that were bewailed. The master and the servant were punished after one manner. And like as the king, so suffered the common person.
Yeah, so everybody going to see the same thing. You know? This is what it's found more than.
Yeah, like the ones in two extremes. Okay? You got ones that are actually sacrificing to the Most High, YAHAWASHI on top for what? For mercy. Because that's what's the main purpose of sacrificing to us. It's for mercy. Right? To stay the wrath of YAHAWASHI on top. Okay? And that's why our sacrifices are right with the spiritual sacrifices going up to the Most High. Okay? Through his son YAHAWASHI. Okay? And on the other side, right, outside of the house, of this house, right, it's going to be a reporting crowd, man. Okay? Because, why? Because the ones who heard this word, they're not on this side, man. They're not giving up the right sacrifices, man. Okay? So, guess what? They're going to be on the other side, man. They're going to have to give some type of sacrifice. In the end, you're going to have to give some type of sacrifice, man. All right? It's either you're going to give a spiritual sacrifice or it's going to be by you, man.
You can be a sacrifice.
All right? Because remember, the Lord did away with sacrificing animals. So you got no other choice, man.
Yeah.
All right? It's either you're going to be on this side or on that side, man. It's either you're going to take the spiritual ass whooping, all right, or you're going to taste the missile, man.
That's it.
Right?
This is Amos 5 and 15. Hate the evil and love the good.
Right, man. Hate the evil and love the good, man. Okay? And that's self-explanatory, man. Okay? You don't have to take a deep breakdown or analysis to examine that, man. All right? It's, again, going back to two extremes, man. It's either you're going to do this or you're going to do that, man. Okay? It's going to be no middle ground with the Most High, man. Okay? When you deal in the Bible, man, it never was a middle ground, man. Okay? So what makes you think something changed now within the scriptures? All right? Thinking that you can take a middle ground right out early, man. You can't have one foot in the grave and one foot in the word. All right?
Yeah, you know, can I say to her? That contributes to deception. They let you know the devil in power. He's the only one that gave, you know, in the Hebrew, you can't say that in the Hebrew. It's either yay or nay in the Hebrew. That's the shit from Esau. I might be over there too. That's some bullshit, man. That's being deceptive. Esau, that's that forked tongue. You can't say that in the Hebrew, man. You the devil, man. So-called white man, the devil, man. We have identified and targeted you. There's no way around it. But guess what? We know you're gonna squirm and fight. You're gonna resist. You don't want to face the judge. But guess what? It's gonna happen anyway, man.
That's the thing, man. That's why we know that, you know, really this thing of ours is only for Jake, man. It's only for Israel, man. Okay? And also as well, that's why when you go into the case of putting on sacrifices, right? Now, Esau, being the unclean person that he is, he's going to cry, scratch, and scream, trying to get out of it, man. All right? And that's why he's known as the unclean, man. Okay? Why? Because during the unclean, guess what? When the unclean animal gets put to death, they scream and fight and try to get out of it.
A clean animal know it. They just deal with it. An unclean animal scratch and claw, man.
That's what Esau do. He's going to try to scratch and claw out of the judgment, man. All right? But guess what?
But that pig gonna squeal all the way to the correction of the stocks. He gonna resist.
Right. The thing is that both sides like I was saying earlier, man. Okay, is that you brought a scripture where it says, if I remember, we're escaping right now. But we brought that out earlier, man. Okay, how this man, you know, is gonna continue to fight to the very end. Okay, why? Because also it says in Daniel the 12th chapter, right? It says that the saints of the Most High is gonna take the kingdom. Right? Yeah. All right. You're not gonna ask for the kingdom, so guess what? That lets you know there's gonna be a fight going on, man. All right. This man gonna try to fight for his kingdom and his dominion, like every other previous kingdom tried to do, man. Okay? But guess what? At the end of that kingdom, they still fought to the very end, and at the end of it, the kingdom still brought down, man. Okay? So likewise with Esau's kingdom, man. All right? It's going to be taken down by force, man. All right?
This is Amos 5 and 15. Hate the evil and love the good. And establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord YAHAWASHI will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph.
That's right, man. And also in that scripture it says establish judgment at the gate, man. So it may be that the Lord will have mercy on the sons of Israel, man. Okay? And that's what you're seeing, man. Judgment right now is being established at the gate, man. This is the gates that you see, man. Okay? And the gates are there to what? To either to allow entry or not, man. Basically, the gates represents the ones who judge, man. Okay? And you see it right now, man. The judges are back today doing what they're supposed to be doing, man. And we'll judge Esau about his atrocities and crimes, man. Okay? And the Lord sees that, man. Like I was saying earlier about the sacrifices, all right? Basically, sending up cries is a form of sending up sacrifices, man. Okay? And the Most High hear those cries, man. And the Most High is going to spring into action according to that, man. All right?
And can I say real quick? Like I said, we judging Esau. This is a court setting. Court is in session, right? And you know what? Spirit got on me. I went into Proverbs 13:13. When that word despise, it has to go back to contempt. Come on, man. Come on, man. And because when you despise the word, you interrupting court proceedings. Again, you in court, I'm the judge, right? And you haven't proceeded. And then somebody come in and, no. You know, what's going to happen? You're going to be held in contempt, man. You're going to be arrested and locked up and punished, man. So, like the brother said, we getting on Esau's court is in session. And, hey, you should just sit down and pay attention to the proceedings, man. Yep.
That's good. This is Nahum chapter 1 and verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power.
Oh, and there's a reason why. Okay? We brought that out earlier too. It said the reason why the Lord is slow to anger. All right? We brought it earlier in Ecclesiastes that the Lord has to brought down judgment on the wicked. Okay? But the reason why is because the Lord is allowing, all right, these devils to continue to do their dirt, and to the point to where it reaches to the heights, man. Okay? Because here it is, man, whenever you turn around, man, you think this man, you know, has already reached the pinnacle of wickedness, man. But then by next week, he does something outlandish, man. He puts something in the legislation and making a law, man. Okay? So the Lord right now is allowing him to grow his course, all right, and to hit his pinnacle, his true pinnacle, all right, and then the Lord's going to take him down, man. All right?
Because the Lord is slow to anger and great in power and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Right, man. So the Lord is not going to acquit his spirit. Okay? The Lord is not going to pardon his iniquities. Okay? And the thing about it is, man, and here it is, and I'll bring it out earlier too, is that Esau, you know, trying to find some type of way to stay the wrath of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? By doing what? By giving reparations, trying to show favor to the sons of Israel. But it's not going to work, man. Okay? Why? Because your sins are too great, man. Okay? That's why it's written in the book of Hebrews, man, the 12th chapter. It said, even though Esau tried to seek his mercy carefully with tears, man, but yet the Lord's still going to judge him. Okay?
Because the Lord, Yahawah, have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Right, and then after that, it tells you that that's where his power is, man. It tells you, it goes right to the chariots, man. Okay? And that's the answer to the Lord not acquitting the wicked, man. That's why wherever you go, all right, you see chariots, man. All right? Around the camps, around places around the earth. Okay? So that lets you know that the Lord is not acquitting the wicked because he's making his army known, man. Okay? He's showing you his power by letting you see the chariots, man. All right? Showing you, hey, this is what's coming for you. All right? And Esau knows that. That's why he has the technology to be able to go out and to search into the heavens, man. And he actually sees the chariots, man. All right? So the Lord is making it known that, look, I'm doing this, man. All right? And you're going to get taken down, man. All right? Okay, so real quick.
Revelation 18:5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
That's right, man. So the sins of Babylon, all right, and the person who's uplifted Babylon, all right, this devil, all right, his sins are reached up into the heavens, man. Okay? And the Most High remembered his iniquities, man. So the Most High is not the person that forgives, and also as well, you know, it's still fresh on his mind concerning the wickedness of Esau, man. All right? And like it says in the scripture, man, those sins reaching up to the heavens, that tells you that those sins are too great, man. You can't put it off any other way by bloodshed, man. That's the only way. Okay? The only way to stay the wrath of YAHAWASHI is by the death and destruction of this man's system, man. And the ones who's ruling it, man. Okay? That's the only remedy for this man, man. You can't rehabilitate these devils, man. Okay? The only answer to that is just death, man. Put them to death. You know?
Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
Right, man. And destroy them which destroyed the earth. Okay? And here it is, man. This devil did destroy the earth, and even had the audacity to try to go out to Mars or the moon and try to do the same thing now. All right? this man's wickedness knows no bounds, man. Okay? So that's why the Lord is going to come back to destroy him, man. All right? Because if he were to continue the way he is now, all right, and everything you see around you is going to die off, man. Yeah, that's right.
I got more on that foot talk. This is James chapter 2 and verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy.
That's right, man. He said he will show judgment instead they have not shown mercy, man. Okay? And here it is, man. You know, Jake, you know, can just get caught up, you know, in something simple, right? And then he'll ask the person, Esau, you know, Esau just blocked you away, man. All right? But here it is, Esau will go around and rob you, all right? Or do whatever, and then they'll put him down as being crazy. As being not in his right mind. That's a one-off. Yeah, he'll do a whole, he'll shoot up a church or whatever, or a mall, and then they'll label him as being crazy, not in his mind.
Take him to the Burger King.
Yeah. And they put him into some sort of, rehabilitation center. But Jake, you know, you'll just get caught with something like just being in possession of something and get thrown away for life, man. So that's why the Lord, that's why the scripture says he's not going to show mercy to you have not shown mercy. All right?
This is James 2 and 13 again. For he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Right, man. Mercy rejoiceth against judgment. Okay? And that's why when it comes to this man, that's all he knows, man. Just taking revenge, man. Okay? Why? Because this man knows, first and foremost, his lesson is a sword, so that's what he's going to resort to, man. Okay? But not only that, you know, he takes things into his own hand, man. All right? He finds some type of way to get revenge, man. All right? And this man, he's the type of man that doesn't dwell with mercy. Mercy is not in his vocabulary. Okay? But guess what? When it's required of him, and he's about to get judged, he's the first one to ask for mercy, man. All right? And the Lord's still going to get him, man.
Now, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and 9. For a position shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come into the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
Right, man. And it's going to be manifest in the ears of the Lord for his wicked deeds, man. Okay?
Yeah, just one simple case. Recently, they just executed a Jake, man. All right, that's been on death row, and you had these celebrities pleading for his life, man. Hey, man, they ain't had to kill that Jake. They got 5 more before the president, Trump, all right, get out of office, man. Hey, he's trying to kill as many Jake as he can before he get out of office, man. But that's going to go back to his judgment, man. This man that showed no mercy, you got it. This is Proverbs 24 and 20. But there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out.
Right, man. There's no reward to the wicked man, man. All right? There's going to be no reward. And what's the reward they're looking for, man? They're looking to be delivered too. All right? They're looking for some type of mercy from the Lord. All right? And being taken up, man. All right? But guess what? The reward of the wicked, hey, the reward is going to be destruction, man. Okay? There's no way out of this, man. No matter how much, Esau, try to do whatever you try to do, or try to stay the wrath of YAHAWASHI, it's not going to avail to anything, man. Okay? Because the Lord has a case against him, man. All right? And it's an outstanding case, man. All right? Everything that he's done, all right, he's being accounted for right now, man. And the ones who are speaking the truth, all right, of the scriptures, all right, showing you the wickedness of Esau, we actually let the Lord know what's on that case record, man. All his atrocities, man. All right? And guess what? He's going to jump into action, all right, and execute it, man. All right? I got it.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 4. Because being minister of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High.
Yeah, read it again up.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 4. Because being minister of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High.
Right, so you got the power to do that, all right? You got the power to enforce all the laws, all right? To enforce the laws of the scriptures, okay? And make everything right, man. All right? Esau got the power to do that, man. He got the legislation to do it. He got his forces, all right, to go according to the Bible, man, and enforce that, man. But guess what? He's not doing that, man. Okay? that lets you know, like I just read, man, even though he's got the power to do that, man, he used that same power to spew out wicked, man. Why? Because that's his job. Okay? The Lord set up Esau to do that. Okay? They don't understand that. Look, man, this man, the so-called white man, Esau, all right, he was made to be the wicked man. He was made to be a wicked lot. Okay? He was chosen to do that, man. Okay? That's why the Lord gave him the blessing of the sword. Okay?
One more verse. Wisdom of Solomon 65 says, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a short judgment shall be to them that be in high places.
That's right, man. Short judgment is to them that be in high places, man. That's why when judgment commences, man, all right, it's going to reach all the way to the heads, man. The heads of Esau, man, the super rich. Okay? And how is that going to happen? It's going to be by them going into slavery, man. Okay? Because when they go into slavery, man, that is a commencement of your 1,000-year punishment and also the beginning of your death, man. All right? And that was well deserved, man. All right? Again, man, we keep saying over and over again, man, that this man's not going to run off into the sunset, man. Okay?
All right, it's Psalms 35, verse 1. It said, plead my case, O Lord. And I got the word plead right here. It says plead. It says to conduct a case or suit, legal suit.
Yeah.
That's how it says to conduct a case, a suit, legal suit.
Yeah, that's right, man. So it says to conduct the case. Also goes to the word suit, man. All right? You know, when you sue somebody for whatever damage they did, whether like, something as far as like your fame, all right, or any sort of damage at all like that, all right, we actually sue this man, all right? And the payment is going to be by his life, man. All right? So that word again, like the red plead, all right, is to conduct that case, man. Okay? Because when you have a court system, right? Of course, you got the plaintiff, all right, and then you got the defendant. Okay? I believe the plaintiff goes to the word plead, man. All right? So again, that word plead, all right, man, that's to build up that same case, all right, which we presented before YAHAWASHI now, man. All right, you got it.
It says, plead my case, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me.
That's right, man. So right now, the Lord's fighting against them that fight against us, man. Okay? And I brought it out earlier, man, is that whenever you have a representative of a company, all right, if you come against that representative, you're really coming against the company itself, man. All right? And whatever it is they have possession of that you have, they're going to shut it off, man. All right? Now, here it is. We're telling you that your kingdom is going down, all right? And YAHAWASHI is going to be the one to do it, man. Okay? And that's at the point where now they're trying to get at the messages, man. Okay? Thinking that that's going to stop the Lord from doing what he got to do. Okay? And you forget that the Lord is the one that gave you your power. Okay? He's the one that gave you your kingdom, man. Okay? So when you got the messages telling you that, hey, you got to pay the tab, man. That the Lord's coming back. All right? And you try to come at the messages, what do you think the Lord's going to do, man? All right? What do you think the Lord's going to do, man? He's going to come back and destroy you. Okay? And that's also another case in point, right? It's another example, right? How YAHAWASHI came before his own people. All right? And they shunned him, man. All right? And I believe it's a parable in there. I think it's in the book of Luke where it says, what shall I do for them now? I shall send my son. All right? So that's likewise in the same manner, man. All right? Here it is. We're also speaking to the nation of Israel, all right, and telling Esau about his judgment, all right? And you want to kill the messenger, all right? And that's flaring up the wrath of YAHAWASHI, man. All right? Okay, good. You got it.
This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 25. We start at verse 21, verse 20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets.
Right, man. And this is the place where you will find wisdom, man. Okay? You're not going to find wisdom, all right, in a classroom, man. All right? In a theological classroom, all right, or in a college, man. Okay? The true wisdom of YAHAWASHI is found here, man. All right? You got it.
God, she cried in the chief place of concourse in the opening of the gates.
Right, and this is the opening of the gates, man. Okay? And where we, basically in the chief place of concourse in all walks of life, man. Okay? Because guess what? Not only are we here for the elect, but we also here to judge Esau and the nation. Okay?
God, in the city she uttered her word, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in the scorning, and fools they knowledge.
Right, man. We're asking, how long you going to live in simplicity, man? Okay? Because the truth has been coming out for years and years on top of years, man. Okay? It also says here, the scorners delight in their scorning, man. And guess what, man? The time of scoffing is going to be over. All right? How do we know? Because once the Lord takes away the word from out the airways, out the internet, all right, you're going to have nothing to do, man. All right? Basically, your law's going to be taken away, man. Basically, they make a living on scoffing, man. All right? So the Lord's going to take that away. And deal with it. Deal with it. All right?
23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Right, and the Lord is making known his words right now, man. Okay? By way of his prophets. Okay? Because there's no coincidence that the Lord has sent out his men, his messengers out to send out the word, man. Okay? And to break it down, man. All right? Because the prophets of old are back today, man. Okay? They're back doing the same thing they did back in the ancient world, man. All right? Because, and that's another thing, man. That's why whenever we speak amongst the brothers, man, you have to be careful how you deal with certain brothers, man. Because you don't know if a person might be Jeremiah, you don't know he might be Isaiah, Ezekiel, Amos, Habakkuk. You never know, man. Okay? But what the other people don't know, all right, the ones who are against this truth, all right, amongst our people, they don't know that the same person that you read about in church, you might be talking to him, man. All right? You might be talking to Isaiah, man, and here it is, you scoffing against him, man. All right, you could be scoffing against the Apostle Paul, the Apostle of old. All right, they were back during the time of YAHAWASHI time. They're back today, man. All right, so when you scoff and scorn, guess what? That gives the Most High even more of a reason to destroy you. All right.
Verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Right, man. And by the word of the prophets, the Lord is stretching out his hand, man. Okay, he's extended his hand towards our people, man. All right, for salvation. Okay, and that shows you that the Lord still has love for Israel, man. Okay, and he also explained it. I'm trying to remember the scripture exactly where it is, but he went to how Israel was beautified. Come. Now the Lord beautified Israel. All right, and that was the Lord telling you, look, I picked you out and did everything for you. All right, and here it is. You went and played the harlot, man. Okay. And Jake's still doing that, man. 2/3 of our people. Okay?
Come, because I have called, and ye refused, and stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproofs.
Right, man. It's the counsel, man. Okay? When you go into videos and watch the live streams, okay, or come amongst the camps, all right, you ask in front of the council, man. All right? And when they're in front of the council, all right, which I went to earlier as well about the courtroom. All right, when you speak out of turn, you come against the people that are bringing the case out. Guess what, man? You will contempt the court. All right. So when this counsel is bringing out the word, and you come against it, man, you basically, you're out of there, man. All right. You're gonna get thrown out, man. Okay. And why? That's the mentality. That's why Scripture going to a niggard, man. All right. They don't regard the riches. Okay. And that's why, like the scripture says, it says riches are not common for a negro, man. Okay?
Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead, Greg. Piece of it.
This Ezekiel 3 verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, but they will not hearken unto me. For the house of Israel are imputed and hard-hearted.
Right, man. The house of Israel is not listening to us because they won't listen to YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? Because that's always been a common thing with Israel. Okay? It started with Moses, all right? Then it went to the prophets of old, all right? Isaiah, all the way to Malachi, all right? It went to the apostles, all right? Yeah. That's all, man. All right. But yeah, man, it lets you know, man, it's about to get down, man. All right. We getting very close to that time, man. Okay. Man, hey, man, you about to start to see more crazy, crazy things here in America, man. All right. I mean, here it is, man. People still playing around, man. Okay. Because day in and day out, man, it's becoming more and more evident that the Lord's working, man. All right. And guess what? He's gonna show out in that day, man. Okay. So there's gonna be more things happening that are strange, man. And that's the same thing that happened in Egypt. Okay. The Lord, when He was sending out plagues, He sent darkness among the Egyptians. Okay. And also said in the scripture as well that He sent out a strange apparition. You know what? Somebody get there real quick. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's the same thing that's about to happen to you, you people. Okay? But you think the Lord is laying dormant in the heavens, just watching everything going on and thinking that He's not going to do anything. Okay? You people have been conditioned to believe that the Most High is not a power of justice. Okay? But guess what? Real soon, man, the Lord is going to show you the type of man that He is, man. All right? He's going to show you firsthand the type of power that He is, man. He's going to show you that He's a man of war, man. All right?
Yeah, the point is in 3. Starting at the top. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 1. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed.
Right, man. So he said, great are the judgments of YAHAWASHI that cannot be expressed, man. Okay? And why is that, man? Because the judgments of YAHAWASHI is out of there, man. All right? I mean, think about it. We went to last week, right? About YAHAWASHI, right? Which we know the reincarnation is King Solomon. And how he judged certain individuals. Okay? So imagine the Most High, man, that gave him all that wisdom. All right? His judgment is going to be far out there, man, way above you people's mentality, man. All right?
Good. Therefore, unnatural souls have erred.
Right. So unnatural souls have erred, man. All right? Because they don't understand the judgment of YAHAWASHI, man. And again, they're not able to comprehend the ways of the Lord, man. Okay? So when stuff starts happening, all right, then guess what, man? These people are not going to be able to handle what the Lord's about to do to this place, man. All right? Why? Because the ways of YAHAWASHI is way out of their mental spectrum, man. Okay? Because why? Because they don't deal in the realm of reality, man. All right? They don't deal with the facts. Okay? They don't deal with what's right in front of them, man. Okay? That's why they're still trying to look forward to everything going back to normal. Okay? But guess what? The Lord is not going to allow everything to go back to normal. This is the new normal, man. For you people, man. Okay?
Verse 2. For when the unrighteous man thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, be prisoners of darkness, and fettered with bonds of long night.
Right, man. It says in the unrighteous, actually read that same verse.
For the unrighteous man thought to oppress the holy nation.
Right, man. The unrighteous man. Who's the unrighteous man? That him. The so-called white man. All right? The unrighteous man thought to oppress the men of the Lord, the men of Israel, man. All right? The nation of Israel. Okay? Go ahead.
They being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night.
Right, man. And fitted with fetters of a long night, man. All right? Why is that? Because during that time, like I mentioned earlier, the Lord judged Egypt. All right? And then, I believe, and I read earlier, right, Wisdom of Solomon, 13th chapter. Well, on one side, all right, you had men that were doing what the Lord told them to do, man. The Israelites. All right? Those are the ones that were putting the blood of the lamb on the doorpost, man. All right? And what did that represent? That represented YAHAWASHI, man. Okay?
Can I make a point real quick? They said they prisoners of darkness, man. That lets you know it's about to be a major power outage here in America, man.
Yep.
You're gonna be a prisoner of darkness, meaning what? You can't flip your light switch on, and you're gonna find comfort with that, man.
Right.
You know, it tells you also that the power of the flame is not gonna give you light in that day, man. So it's gonna be a major power outage here in America pretty soon, man. That's part of the plagues, man. You know.
That's right. Yeah. That's right, man. These people don't realize the gravity of what happens when the light goes out.
That's it.
Okay, that's the reason why you got certain animals and out in the woods. They're out there why because it's lights, man, lights in the city, man. But guess what? When the lights go off, you'll see, hey,
They're gonna see bears.
they're gonna see more than bears.
Nocturnal,
You're gonna be seeing
Nocturnal
bears.
Pokemon and shit.
Yeah, man. You're gonna be seeing all types.
Pokemon's out there too.
You're gonna see all types of animals come out at nighttime. Animals that you didn't think was in the city where you at, man.
Yep.
All right.
Lay their exile from the external providence, for while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a veil of forgiveness.
Right, man. It's scattered under a veil of forgetfulness, man. Okay? And here it is, man. The scripture also goes to Esau. That's why it goes to the time of the Egyptians, man. Okay? And this man today, this man is woman, all right, he's known as the Egyptian, man. Pursuant to Isaiah, the 19th chapter, man. Okay? So guess what, man? He has forgotten, man. All right? Why? Because they chose to forget, man. Okay? And here it is, man. And the reason why, it's even coming back to remembrance. Why? Because the man of the Lord, through the spirit of YAHAWAH is bringing it back to everybody's remembrance, man. All right?
Because Living More says, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
That's right, man. And being astonished with strange apparitions, man. Okay? And that's why when the time comes, man, when the lights go off, man, all right, those strange apparitions are going to be showing, man. All right? Apparitions that you couldn't even fathom, man, or think about, man. Okay? The Lord is going to do some everything to you, man.
Like when the scripture said, men's heart failing for fear. That's them heart attacks. I'm seeing things that I'm gonna say reality, as we perceive as reality, or the people of this world beyond their reality. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna see these things.
They can't just explain it away either.
Right.
You can't explain it away, Slender Man chasing your ass.
This ain't in the lizard family. That's a whole nother reptilian.
And that's a part of the Lord's armory, man. You got to get to know YAHAWAH Shah. The Lord in his power not bound by this earthly realm. And it's not according to your expectations either, man. Just because you don't see, you can't see it. I can't imagine that. Who cares, man? The ancient Egyptians didn't imagine the Lord breaking those plagues, man. The water turned to blood, frogs, locusts, ultimately killing the firstborn, Yeah.
From Egypt, man. All right? The Lord's going to do that once again, man. All right? So to this place, man, the city with the spirit called Sodom and Egypt, man. All right? And then that's when you're going to start to believe, man. Okay? Because guess what? During the time when, before Egypt was being hit with plagues, right? All right? They wouldn't let the Israelites, leave out of Egypt. Okay? It wasn't until after the plagues that they wanted to let Israel go. All right? And that's what the Lord's going to do. The Lord is going to show his hand, all right? And guess what? He's going to still try to hang on to us to the very end, man. And still hold us captive. Okay?
It's on Isaiah 28:21. The Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perizim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act.
That's right, man. Strange act, man. Okay? And a strange work. Okay? And that's what we're about to see, man. What we're about to come into is going to be a strange act and a strange work, man. Okay? Things that are out of this world is going to happen right before your very eyes, man. Okay? Because the power that we're dealing with, man, he's not of this world, man. Okay? So guess what? It's that time to come. These strange things that you're going to be seeing, all right? In that time, all right? And guess what, man? It's going to be made your reality, man. Okay? I think, I can hold something.
2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
That's right, man. And we're coming into the stage right now, man. All right? It's going to be a great confusion in many places, man. Okay? In other words, you people are not going to know what to do, man. All right? You're not going to know where to turn to. all right, and the answers that have been in front of you for years on top of years, all right, you're not going to have those same answers anymore, man. Okay? The Lord's going to take that away, all right, and let you take confusion, man. All right? You got it.
And the fire shall be offset out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places.
Right, and the wild beasts shall change their places, man. Okay? And that reminds you of what? All animals around the streets, right? You're going to be seeing that in that thing, man. All right? Animals are going to change in their place, they're going to be out of their dwelling, all right? And they're going to roam around, man. All right? And guess what? And the Lord, this is what the Lord's going to do, man. He's going to put the spirit on those animals to get at you devils, man. All right? And you people that fight against YAHAWASHI this man, man. All right? That's also part of the Lord's army, man. Those big ferocious animals. All right? Even those animals have been locked in those cages in different zoos, man. All right? After these things that these devils did to them, man, guess what? They're going to be let out, man. All right? Yep.
Like you said, the animals out there because of the light. When the light ain't gone, hey, the animals gonna change.
Yeah, when that electricity is gone, man, and them gates open up, hey,
that's it.
That's your ass.
Yeah, you motherfuckers be living in these condos, and that grid go down, you lock in or out. These jails, a lot of these jails gonna be open. These jails, they computerized now. It ain't just going through bars, go slide on. That's how the zoos are. That's how the zoos are. The computer is charged by the computer. And I want to say something too real quick. You know what he just brought out. He said there should be great confusion. And it went on to say that the beast shall change their place. That's going to contribute to the confusion. Because you people not going to know what the hell you seeing, man. It's going to be like a scene out of Jumanji, man. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be YAHAWASHI, man. You're going to get to know YAHAWASHI. All right? You got to know the Lord is far out there, man. You think about the sun, the moon, the stars, animals, different breeds of animals that you marvel at. It was a mind that created that. So let's show you how much knowledge is out there. That's why King David said, I am wonderfully and fearfully made. And when you're in the right spirit, you consider, you might do your thing here and there, because the Lord gives you an exit, an outlet. That's mercy. But for the most part, you consider the works of the Lord if you're really in this thing, man. You ponder on the works of YAHAWASHI. And what usually happens, you are taken by it. Like, oh shit. You get chills. Man, you're dealing with a heavy power, man. He created you with nerves, bones. You see what type of power you're dealing with? If he loves you so much, why would you stuck your toe? Now, hold up. All right, fire, right? You know how bad fire feels. Why would you love me so much? You know what? Let's show you the Lord ain't nothing to play with, man. The Lord is about judgment, man. And you people about to get to know that.
That's right.
Somebody can get that too. Psalm 9 and 16. If y'all got it, go ahead.
Going back to 2 Ezra 5 and 8, it says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be offset out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places.
Yeah, you people gonna be confused, man, at the things that's befalling the planet Earth. I think you mentioned that earlier. I think that's Luke 21. What's that? People gonna be hard smelling them, hard smelling them for the complexity that's coming upon the planet Earth. Ooh. Right? Yep, go ahead.
It says, and mischievous woman shall bring forth bucks, and salt water shall be found in the sweet.
Yeah, these mischievous women is bringing forth monsters. You're gonna see them when all hell breaks. You're gonna see niggas with, they're gonna look like killer clowns. They're gonna like, you know, saw the movie Killer Clown from Outer Space. That's these monstrous little niggas. Niggas like Chris Brown. Niggas skinny leg jeans with purple hair. Chasing you, Tekashi 6ix9ine chasing you, man. That's going to contribute to the confusion that's going to happen here in America.
Right.
Those things happen in Egypt too, man.
Yeah. It says in all.
Nigga, nigga pull up on you with a rainbow. That's going to happen to a lot of guys. Go ahead.
And all friends shall destroy one another.
See? And all friends shall destroy one another. Why? Because the lack of bread. Yeah. The lack of water. That's going to be the reality of America, man. You know? Go ahead, huh?
Then shall the wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into
Yeah,
his
the
secret
wit. You're
chamber.
going to have the elect, the men of the Lord that's going to hide themselves. You're not going to see us no more. See, this was your chance to return to your power, which his name is YAHAWASHI. And the Lord, in his wisdom, in a beautiful show of brilliance, he set us up. We don't look like the prophets, do it. We like regular people. Let's show you the brilliance of YAHAWASHI. He can't be finessed. You have to have a sincere approach, one that's solid. See, because everything is spiritual with the Lord. You got to understand this power is way beyond your comprehension and your strength. And that's outlined in the book of Isaiah, the 55th chapter, man. See, what we're dealing with here is the power that can't be comprehended. It's only through his mercy that caused. Matter of fact, give me Psalm 65. I know y'all got some precepts on there. You got that? Psalm, yeah, that's beautiful. Yep, yeah. Well, you know, I want to start at like 4. Yeah, that's a bad chapter, though. See, when you find out what the Bible is about justice, man. It's about stepping in on behalf of the people on this side. This is the true biblical Israelites right here. That's the true biblical Israelites, man. People that's been downtrodden, beat down, you know, our women raped, ravished, our children destroyed, you know, systematically set in these barrios, in these ghettos. That's why you have the saying, the first one, last hire, first fire. That's a subtle, that subtly contributes to the idea of this people, the people being oppressed. These are the same people that was led through the wilderness, man. You are the descendants of those people, man. And according to the scriptures, when you read Psalm the 83rd chapter, it outlines the enemies of these people. And lo and behold, who is at the top? The so-called white man. Go ahead, huh? See, the Lord is beautiful, man. So when we bring this information to you, you can't combat it. Why? Because reality, life, and existence itself proves it, man. Let's show you the Lord is about truth, man. See, the Lord, hey, that's why YAHAWASHI said they strain at a net and swallow a damn camel. Because it's really simple. And it's also written in another place in the scriptures, the simplicity of YAHAWASHI. Because when I tell you something that's reality, ain't nothing you can say. I tell you, look, man, the cop's right there. Well, you know what's going to prove that the flashing lights? Or somebody turned around, there was a cop. See, it's very beautiful, man. That's an undercover cop. Why would that pique your interest? All right, come on, let's go.
It's on Psalm 65, verse 4.
We say cop, man. And you yeah, the Lord made us say that at that moment. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
Psalm 65, verse 4. It says, blessed is the man whom thou choosest.
Yeah, blessed is he whom thou choosest, man. Those are those who are blessed, the ones that the Lord have chosen. Right? Go ahead.
And causes to approach unto thee.
The Lord calls you to approach his throne. And see, by the Lord being so spiritual and pretty much out there, far out, you don't even know this is the throne of, this is the entrance into the throne of the Lord, man. That's why YAHAWASHI said the kingdom will not come with observation. Neither shall they say low here or low there, man. The kingdom is hidden in plain sight. So here we are. You are now in the presence of the throne of YAHAWASHI, man. Huh? Okay, hey. Hey, Shalom. Yes, man. Hey, we be out here every week. Yeah, see? This truth is going out, man. And it's going to resonate with those who the Lord see fit. Go ahead, huh?
It says, see where we're going. It says that he may dwell in thy courts.
Yeah, oh, what? That he may what?
Dwell in thy courts.
Yeah, this is dwelling in the courts of the Lord, man. Everybody don't have access to this information, man. We have been exposed to the highest form of intellect on the planet Earth. You know, we have been given insight on the future. We know your fate, man. You know how powerful that is? We can tell like this guy, man. I can tell you, I'll put my money on it. This nigga gonna put it. Yes. Sammy gonna get this dude. Yep. Oh, I watched that movie, with the floor platform.
Oh, levels.
I watched it. That's it cold, man. He remind me of, oh yeah, he showed it. That's right. He said like he should be in there, man. He should be in that movie, man. They should chop the movie, man. Yeah, we gonna play them. Yeah, we gonna play them games with Esau, man. We gonna fuck Esau up. That's why the scripture say, "Let thy heart meditate there." You know, wisdom was given to us too to bring forth judgment, creative ways to destroy you, man. See, that's what wisdom is for, man. Hey, you don't want no wise person judging you, man. You'd rather just a simple nigga judge you because he ain't gonna know how to. He just boom, kill, you know. Okay, I tell you. A wise judge, man, they're gonna torment you. That's why the Lord tormented Esau. It's more of a methodical, surgical, you know, torturous death. That's real wisdom, man. Yep, scenario, that's it. Make you feel it, man. Yep, go ahead.
It says, we shall be satisfied with the goodness of our house.
Yeah, and all of you out there that are sincere, you are satisfied with the goodness of the Lord's house. It's what this information, man. There's nothing else can rival the information we have, man. Yeah. Don't give a damn what person have as far as material goods, the goods of this world. That shit pale in comparison to what we got, man. We willing to lose it all just to have this truth, man. This the real comfort right here, man. Yep, go ahead,
Even of our holy temple.
Yep, even of the house of David, the holy temple. The Lord have called you to come into this house, man. And that house symbolizes protection, man. This place got to be finished, man. This place got to go, man. You see this shit, man? This nigga transitioning, man.
2 more operations.
Yeah, 2 more operations, man. And that nigga gonna be a ballerina then. Hey, that nigga played tight end at UAB, man. Yeah, that nigga was on his way and shit.
ACL.
Yeah, he put ACL up. And that was his cue. Nigga led the company USA. Yards after 10.
Yeah.
For a tight end. Rob is thirsty. We see that, man. That was a transition. You just saw transitioning taking place. Yep, come on. Yeah, what we read? You got more? All right. Real quick, let's get this to go around. Go ahead.
It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood saying, Rise and live in the temple of the Most High,
Yep.
and the altar, and them that worship therein.
Yeah, so the Lord said, measure the temple of those that worship therein. See that? Meaning we're not to be concerned. Matter of fact, give me, I think there's second Ezra. What's that? Second Ezra 9 and 13, I believe. I think about 9 and 15. That's it? Yeah, get that too. It was one of the New Testament. 13 and 15, something like that. But I know what? To kill all that, get second Ezra 8, I believe, 51.
Okay.
You got that? Go ahead.
Yeah. This second Ezra, chapter 8, verse 51. But understand thou for thyself.
Right. So you coming to this truth, you're coming in for yourself. Hey, to be honest, just every man for himself, man. No matter how much you desire your family, you might have a warm spot for an old friend or an old lady, whatever. Really, you got to come in this thing for yourself, man. Because that, what scripture tell you, that walk between life and death, how fine of a line it is, man. This is about survival. So the first step is to come in it for yourself. But go ahead.
It says, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
And that's the only ones we're concerned with, those that be like thee, man. Those who are like-minded. All right? Yep, you get what you got.
I got to preach up. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Yeah, that goes into it. I just read, man. All right? It's saying that by doing this, you save yourself. Okay? Now, if there are ones that hear you, the elect, the ones that believe, then guess what? They're going to be delivered too.
Okay. That default system. Like by default, you're going to save your household, Lord will, and those that hear you, man. All right?
So even if, they might, got some type of understanding, all right, but not fully there. Hey, still, if they fully believe it, guess what? They're going to be taken care of, man.
That's it.
All right, they're going to be saved through you. Okay, so guess what? You have to secure your salvation first, and then they'll come behind you, man. Same thing with your woman, man. Hey, and that's why the scriptures talk about that, about how you have a woman and she might not believe.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
if she don't believe in this, then guess what? If she still do right by you, she's still gonna be delivered, man.
That's it.
All right. If she, like I said, if she be pleased to dwell with you. And guess what? Hey, she's gonna be delivered right with you, man. But where it starts is your salvation. Right?
I would say, just back on what you're saying, when shit start happening, she ain't gonna have no choice but to believe in. You know what I mean? She gonna know you. The world was crazy instead of you. You know.
All you want to do it.
Yeah, God.
Go ahead,
That's the spirit.
Yep.
Second Corinthians 11:3. But I feel, least by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Mashiach.
That's right, man. It's simple. All right, the state that we're involved in, man, it's simple. Just understand the truth. Hey, like Paul said at the bar, bring it out all the time, man. Wisdom is easy. Wisdom is easy. It's easy to be understood, man. That's why the Lord dealt with the disciples, right? You know, he dealt with them on the level saying, look, he called a child over, right? He said, look, as you are if this child, and guess what? Hey, this child here is the greatest in the kingdom, man. Why is that, man? Because the mind of somebody that's just starting off with somebody that's of a child, right? Or starting at the beginning of just not believing, guess what? You're more, your mind is more, what I'm looking for, absorbent, or your mind is more catered to being to understand this truth, man. Okay? Your mind's open during the time when you're a child, man. Okay?
Like I said, when you're a child, you're not corrupted, you're pure. But as you get older, you get corrupted through this world. You know? I got a precept to that. This is the book of Sirach 39:24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are their stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Right. So the ways of the Lord are plain unto the holy, man. Okay? Like I said, it's easy to be understood, man. It's easy to understand that the mark of the beast is the microchip. All right? It's easy to be understood, man. It's also easy to understand about martial law, man. Jacob's trouble. Okay? Those things are not hard to comprehend, man. All right? So it's simple to us, but like I just read, it's stumbling blocks into the wicked, man. Okay? That they stumble at the prophecy of the word, man. We're literally here showing you, breaking it down step by step. This is the microchip, man. About the mark of the beast. All right? But guess what? It's complex and they can't understand that, man. All right? It's so simple that they think it's a different thing. Like, there's no way that this thing is mark of the beast. All right? But there's no way that they can be Jacob's trouble, man. So they try to go too deep, all right, into it. And guess what? They end up butchering the scripture, man. Okay? But here it is. YAHAWASHI just showed you, look, this is what it is, man. Okay? And he give you simple and plain, man. Okay? So moving it up. Okay, come on. Grab Revelation 11, start at verse 2.
This is the book of Revelations 11 and verse 2. It says, but the court which is without the temple leaves out.
That's right. So the court which is without the temple, all right? What it says? Go ahead up.
It says, leave out and measure it not.
Right. Leave out and measure it not, man. Okay? So that lets you know that the Most High is not concerned with what's outside the temple. Okay? Because anything that's outside the temple, what is it? It's profane. Okay? In other words, it doesn't belong in the temple, man. Okay? And like it just read, man, it says leave out and measure it not. Okay? And what you use to measure the court, all right, of the temple, all right, or the temple, rather, all right, what you use to measure is what? The Bible. Okay? So when you have somebody that's outside the temple, right, all right, in other words, they're not going to be able to understand this book, man. Okay? Why? Because they're outside the temple. Okay? You got
it says, for it is given unto the Gentiles.
Right, it is given unto the Gentiles, man. All right? That's why when you go into the scripture, it says somebody that doesn't take regard to this word, all right, guess what? He's going to be regarded as a heathen. All right? So that's why 2/3 of our people, they're regarded as the other nations, man. you literally regard it as the next generation of Edomites, man. All right, you left off the ways of your forefathers. All right, you left off the ways of the East. All right, which you say you claim to believe, right? You got these other guys that's going to like the motherland. You know, these guys are part of the black and plus community. All right, you trying to get some type of understanding on what your roots are. Man. All right, yeah, that's what they are. Black, yeah, man. On the deal. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. But they try to get some type of inkling understanding, all right, about their forefathers, not knowing that you came out the East, man. All right? Your original land is Israel, man. Okay? But now you have a generation of Israelites that are tying their mentality to the ways of the West, man. All right? To the ways of America. Okay? Which are the ways of death, man. Okay?
Isaiah 8:20, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word.
Right, so if they speak not according to this word, all right, the words of YAHAWASHI, which is in this little book that we're reading, all right, this volume, go ahead,
it is because there is no light in them.
Because there is no light in them, man. Okay? So anyone that is speaking, all right, outside of this word, all right, or what's written, guess what? There's no light in you, man. Okay, that's why you got certain guys that call themselves Israelites. They know they're Hebrew Israelites, but they can't go farther than that, man. All right? You can't go farther than just knowing your nationality, man. That lets you know.
Fringes. Forget the fringes. Who's the nigga have fringes on his car? Something like that. Real talk, real talk. I know I'm not tripping. I'm gonna be tripping. Y'all listen to that? Y'all try to type that in, find it, man. Yeah, nigga had to put some finger on his car. I know nigga put on his car. Yeah, nips, niggas and friends.
Yeah, man.
NWA, NWB, niggas with Bible. I heard brother Abba. Niggas with Bible. We don't take you guys serious, man. You know, you have to be in the spirit of power. YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, like I said, man, they can't go further than just the nationality or fringes, man. All right, or anything of that nature, man. And that's why when it comes to the deep things of the scriptures, right, in which, again, to us it's simple. All right, guess what? They stumble at it, man. Okay, why? Because again, there's no light in it. Okay, the light that we're speaking about, right, is the light of YAHAWASHI. Because you have to have YAHAWASHI to deal with you in order to go deeper into the scriptures, man. Okay? And the reason why they're still stuck at that level, right, is because first and foremost, again, there's no light in them, first and foremost. But again, as well, all right, they're not a part of the elect, man. That's what it is. If you're not a part of the elect, then the light is not going to be in you, man, by default, man.
St. John chapter 1 and verse 4, it says, in him was life, and the life was the light of men. Verse 5, and the light shone up in the darkness.
It said, in him. That's really going into the scriptures, man. Because 2,000 years ago, the Lord walked the scene in the physical. He was the embodied, he embodied true wisdom and understanding. But now, that spirit, that legacy continues through the scriptures, man. That was said, in him. In the scriptures, there's a particular doctrine. Now, you can have a Bible. Like we said, you can be a nigga with a Bible. But the true doctrine is actually in this book. You can't go to another source. It's in YAHAWASHI. That's what
St. John 1 and 4 again. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light...
What can I say? Right? This is how we are enlightened. This is the light. This is our light. That's Psalms 119. The light to our path. That's it. We are enlightened, man. You know, when you have light, you have comfort. You walk in your house and it's dark, you turn on the light, there's a sense of comfort you're looking for. You're looking to be comforted. It calms down anxiety, all that. You go in the house, it's dark, turn the light on, you calm down by default.
Got a quick picture for you. Luke 4 and verse 2, it says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it, both in the presence of the light thereof.
Hold up, it said take hold of it. And that goes in your mind. You have to be able to retain this information in your mind. You can't let it seek out. You can't let it, spill out. And that was spoken by our Lord Yahawashi in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, where it says, hold fast to the crown. Let no man hold fast to that without half. Yeah, let no man take that crown. Yeah, go ahead.
He says that thou may be illuminated.
And we are illuminated. We the true illuminated ones. You know?
True Lucifers.
Yeah. We the true illuminated. They're going to throw people out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, go back to watch the video. No, man. They were losing. What?
It's the book of Psalms 18, verse 28. For thou wilt light my candle. The Lord my power will enlighten my darkness.
Read it one more time.
Got this Psalms 18 and 28. For thou wilt light my candle.
Yeah, so the Most High have lit the candles. Because guess what? We the holders of the light. Being the candlestick, the scripture speaks about the candlestick. We those candlesticks that's holding the light. All right? And the Most High have lit that candle that we uphold.
It says, the Lord my power will enlighten my darkness.
See, the Lord thy power will enlighten thy darkness. All right? And what's that darkness? That gross darkness that our people in. So into the book of Isaiah.
We was in.
That's what I say.
Right. We was in the dark. You ain't know you ain't know you was an Israelite. Yep. Oh, the scripture say the Lord called us out of darkness into the marvelous light. You got it.
It's on John 3:19, and this is the condemnation. The light is coming to the world. Men love darkness rather than light.
Right.
Because these are evil.
Right. Read it again.
John 3:19, and this is the condemnation.
Yeah, this is the damnatory sentence. So
that light is coming to the world.
Yeah, that light is coming to the world. And that light is coming to the world by the Most High allowing Yahawashi to suck with men to bring forth that light. That's why the scripture says that ye may be illuminated, all right? That ye may be a light bearer, all right? Being that candlestick, an upholder of the light in the time of gross darkness. Like the ox said, we gonna get it. We was once in that gross darkness. Go ahead,
And men love darkness rather than light.
Yeah, and men love darkness, meaning mainly 2/3 of our people, man, because this light is for Israel as a whole. But here in America, 2/3 of our people, they love that darkness, man. Meaning they conform themselves to the proud and the wicked, the ultimate proud and the wicked. All right, the children, the ultimate children of disobedience. All right, which is Esau Edom's system as a whole. Go ahead. That's how they love darkness, man. By not following Yahawashi, man, going after their other white meat, etc., etc. Go ahead,
Because their deeds were evil.
Yeah, because their deeds were evil, their actions, the things that they did, which is what? Turning their back to Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, confessing another power off of their tongue, man. All right, and with that same tongue, condemning the true power. Those are the deeds of darkness. Those are the deeds of evil. Go ahead.
John 3:20. Everyone that doeth evil, evil. Everyone that doeth evil hateth the light.
Yeah, so everyone that put forth that action hate Yahawashi. Go ahead, because Yahawashi is that light. Go ahead.
Neither cometh to the light.
Yeah, neither cometh to the light. Go ahead.
Least his deeds should be reproved.
Least his deeds should be reproved, man. Because guess what? If your works are of evil and you step into the light, you're gonna be corrected every step you make, man. Everything you say, everything you do, it's gonna be a correction moment. Why? Because you within darkness. Now you're walking in the light. You're walking in the presence of the illuminated ones. All right? So I'm gonna read this St. John again.
You got that back rubber down.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I read.
Yeah,
I just read. Which was on verse 3.
Yeah.
This St. John 1:3. It said all things were made by him.
Yeah, all things were made by him, which is Yahawashi. All right, the Most High made Yahawashi, and Yahawashi made the first fruits unto himself. All right, and they made what? All the things that we see. All right, that's why in Genesis says the Alahaya, man, the powers. Matter of fact, when you jump up to verse 1, you know that's what that's talking about.
You bring that out to a Christian, man.
Yeah, man.
They'll call it
Like what it said, that bring them into deep water. Yeah.
What's it gonna call it? Might call the folks on it.
God, it says all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
So without Yahawashi and the rest of the Alahayim, all the things that you see, read it again.
It said all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
It wouldn't be none developed. Even the creations that men created. It took somebody to create that man. Go ahead.
He said, in him was life.
Yeah, and him, like I was saying, in him, that him is YAHAWASHI. All right, and in him was life. And what's that life of?
It said, in the life was the light of men.
So once we received that light, then we became alive. All right? But the whole time when we was in gross darkness, like the Ox said earlier, we was once in gross darkness, because we was once in gross darkness in verse 3.
Isaiah 60 verse 3. And the Gentiles shall come to
So
thy
we
light.
was once those Gentiles. You see what I'm saying? Before we was exposed to the light, which is YAHAWASHI. We was a part of the Gentiles. Through the Spirit, like we said, we was missile bait. All right, we had our conversation in times past, full of wickedness. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, up.
And kings to the brightness of our rising.
Yeah, that's us. That's true. That's right. We cause what? We've been made the true priest.
Well, that's Revelation the first chapter.
Right.
We've been made kings and priests.
That's it. And Hosea 4 and 6. Because like we always say, we have forgotten. You know what I'm saying? When the 2 Peter 3rd chapter, when our pure minds got stirred up by the way of remembrance, to remember something, even to remember something, you got to forget it. And to forget something, you had to remember.
I can't remember you if I never knew you.
See, that's the thing. I definitely get it.
I can't remember you if I never knew you.
Got to be a witness.
We got to know YAHAWASHI to remember the word.
That's right. Now, either you remember YAHAWASHI as rejecting him, or you remember him as I believe that he's who he said he is.
And it's played out this lifetime.
And I definitely say that.
That's why when you come up against it, you can be good as gold. It's true. You get somebody to turn off your back. But if you come up against it, you reject YAHAWASHI.
Those that heard his word trying to wait.
That's it, dude. That's all. That's it. That's it.
Oh, that's good. What's the contempt? Yeah, you just ripped the proceeding. Yeah, court talk.
I was going to say, when did I give you a cup of water?
Yeah, oh, that's it. That's beautiful. Yeah, when did you feed me when I was home? That was Lord, in that same writing, Lord said, get away from me, I never knew you. Only way you can know the Lord, only way you can remember the Lord again is you know him. I can't remember you if I never knew you. How much I remember you? I never saw you a day in my life. Right? See, we remember this truth now because we actually knew the Lord. That's it. But the light cut on. Right, come on, man.
You read that, dude.
Come on, man.
That's the light. That's it.
Make sure you get better than this.
Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem.
Yeah, and it shall come to pass, which is prophecy, man. Meaning, this right here was said before this thing occurred, which is what? Searching out who?
Now I will search Jerusalem.
Yeah, so Jerusalem is a people before they are placed. All right, so go ahead.
That I will search Jerusalem with candles.
Yeah, with candles, man. And hey, like I said, we represent that light, man. That's searching out Jerusalem, man. The Most High have set up YAHAWASHI to set up the light upon the earth through his men, through the candlesticks, the holders of the light, and we're searching out the iniquities of Jerusalem, man. We're reproving and correcting our people, man. Abiding, coming up under the scriptures, the law of the scriptures, not coming out our own belly.
And punish the men that are settled on their lease.
Yeah, mainly 2/3 of our people, man. Settle upon Egypt, man. Their captivity. These the same 2/3 that bucked up against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness, complaining, murmuring and complaining. When the Lord had showed them all these marvelous and great works, they still turned right around and murmured and complained. It's the same 2/3 that you see right now. The same 2/3 that said, let the rebels go and kill YAHAWASHI. These are the same 2/3, man. That you're seeing right now that don't believe. They can't receive this light.
Like it says here, these Israelites that are settled on their lease, all right? Their lease goes into being settled at the wine, all right? And what are you being settled at when it comes to the wine? You basically settled down in Babylon. And actually, go ahead and jump to the word. I believe it's going to bringing out the definition. So this is the word lease, all right? And it means, it says the settlings of wine. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah,
Well, them philosophies.
Yeah, that's it.
Those are philosophies. You're settled on whatever you was introduced to, you was exposed to, and you believe in that. You put your stock into that. And it's at the expense of you rejecting the true knowledge. See, that's how cold the Lord is. The Lord gives you time to buy into whatever. You know, that's us too. That's why, what's that, Isaiah 30, where it talks about how we're going to cast off like a million. Yeah, go ahead. And that's why the killing of the ones that we talking about going to be justified. Right? That's the most I got you in the trick bag. Scripture say the deceived and the deceiver are his.
What's that going? What's that?
That's this damn boogeyman, ain't it?
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, boogeyman from
Oh, that's all that, yeah. But he's growing him a beard now. Go ahead.
It says, you punish the men that are settled on their lease, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good.
Yeah, they say in their mind that the Lord will not do good. Go ahead.
Neither will he do evil.
Yeah, neither way he do evil. And that's an unbalanced individual, man. Not knowing YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI.
God, this back same time 1 and 4. It said in him was life, and the life was the light of men.
Yeah, so once we became alive through receiving his light, which is YAHAWASHI, that is the light of men. Now, only a small number of men have received that light, man. All right? Because we got bug outs walking out here every day. We got our people, all right, that have see this light. You got other heathen nations that see the light, but they can't receive it. They can't comprehend it. Meaning they're still dead. Go ahead,
It said, in the light shineth in darkness.
See, in the light shineth in darkness. YAHAWASHI is being spoken in Hebrews 4 and 2. Go ahead.
It said, in the darkness comprehended it not.
Yeah, so the light shining in darkness, and this darkness is here in America, all right? Still got the Isaiah 6 and 2. Yeah, 2. Read that again one more time.
God, it said, in the light shineth in darkness.
So YAHAWASHI is being put forth, all right, in this darkness in America, and what?
And the darkness comprehended it not.
Meaning, you've been deprived of understanding, right? You can't comprehend, you can't receive, you can't see this light because you've been made blind. The Most High has blinded your eyes, so therefore you can't see the light. And the Most High has dulled your hearing. You're not sharp of hearing. You really can't understand. And it's light, man. In darkness. If you take a dark room and a pinhole of light coming through that room has been illuminated. But 2/3 of my people, they're in what? Matter of fact,
Isaiah 60, verse 2, it says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
yeah, so that's the darkness that the light have shined in, which is the earth. So darkness has covered the earth. Go ahead, Doc.
And gross darkness the
See,
people.
and gross darkness. See what I'm saying? That's a very, very thick darkness, man. That you can't even see. You can't take a flashlight and shine through. It's thick. You gotta cut it with a knife. The same darkness that came upon Egypt. Which this is what? Spiritually Egypt, so that same darkness has came back, but in a spiritual sense. In the form of our people not knowing that they are the Israelites that's on this side. Our people not knowing the true image of our Lord, the so-called modern day black man. And his name is YAHAWASHI and not Jesus Christ. See, that's the gross darkness. Not knowing that Esau Edom right before your eyes, all the signs that he showed you, and you still don't know he's your enemy. That's gross darkness, man. Go ahead, up.
It said, but the Lord shall rise upon thee.
Yeah, but the Lord shall rise upon thee. Who is that thee? The small ones that can comprehend that light, which is the elect. Go ahead.
And his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Yeah, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, because like we always say, it's a miracle, man, for us to wake up out of the Christian church, Seventh-day Adventist church, Pentecostal church, being 5%ers, Muslims, Rastafari's, and so forth and so on. That's the strong wine that America gives you, man. And in order for you to wake up out of that, really just to see the dead woken or rise out of the grave, that's a miracle within itself. And that's what you see us. We used to be dead, and we just got raised up out of the dunghill, up out of the dust. That's the glory of the Lord being seen upon thee that has the light. See, go ahead. Okay.
Matthew 4:16, the Lord, it says, the people which saw darkness saw great light.
Mm-hmm.
And to them which sat in the region of the shadow of death,
Right.
light is sprung up.
Read it one more time.
That is Matthew 4:16. The people which sat in darkness.
Yeah, so that people is us, man. That used to be us. All right? And 2/3 of our people still sit in that darkness. Go ahead.
So it says
And darkness just simply represents not knowing, not understanding, you know, not to know, not to be illuminated, to be in darkness. You know, go ahead. You can't see. Go ahead.
It says the people which sat in darkness saw great light.
Yeah, so we just seen a great light, man, which is YAHAWASHI, man. He's been presented unto us. That's a great light, man. You know, now people's being dilated, you know, just like when you wake up in the morning and say, yeah, somebody put that light in your eyes. You know, now we got that eye cell, like the brother said. Now our eyes been healed. Our eyes was in a dry state, but now they're in a moist, very, very fluid state of what's the word I'm looking for? They just saturate. Beautiful.
It says that to them which sat in the region of the shadow of death, light is sprung up.
Yeah, so we sat in the region of the shadow of death, all right, which is America, and that light has sprung up, man. That's that miracle, man. That's a miracle, being in the valley of the shadow of death, all right, being subject to a bullet in the head, being subject to the penitentiary, being subject to diseases, being subject to all this death that America has to offer, but yet we're prophesying in the name of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. We could be doing anything else, man. That's a miracle within itself. Every brother have a different background, a different walk of life, man. And the Most High put us on one accord together. Yes, I'm saying.
We actually find the light, man. Like I brought out earlier. It's that when you find the light, you know, you're thankful for finding that light. You know? You're overjoyed and you're glad for finding the light. You know what happened when basically you get caught out, you know, like you do in a dark place or whatever, or you know, you just walking about like a person that's lost, right? In the darkness, and then they find like a street light. They own it, right? Susceptible to danger. You know, you're more vulnerable to being taken out, man, from anything in the dark, man. Okay? So when you find a light, like I was saying earlier, you find comfort in that, man. You know, you're thankful for finding that light. Why? Because now you're in safety, man. Okay? But the ones that are doing it outside the light, all right, they see the safety. They see the light, man. All right? But they choose to be out. Why? Because we read earlier, because they're easily people. Right? They don't want their wickedness to be exposed, right? Okay? They don't want to be told what they're doing is wicked. They don't want to be told that you have to put down the pork or the shrimp or unclean animals, man. All right? So that's why they're still out there, man. They want to continue in their own wickedness, all right? And the things in which they used to, they still get into, all right? Because they can't let go of their old life, man. The old life you used to have was in the darkness, man. Okay? That man that you was back, all right, years ago, all right, however much time you've been in the truth, that old man you put off, man, he was in darkness, man. Okay? And see, now you're in the light, man. Now you know what's going on, because when you're in the darkness, all right, you don't know what's going on around you, man. Okay? You have no eyesight. You can't see what's in front of you, man. Okay? But you in the light, you actually have a vantage point, man. You can see everything that's out there, man. Man, that's what you got.
Isaiah 29:18, it says, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of the spirit. Isaiah 29:18, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book.
In that day. So this is that day, man. That was prophesied about. It says the who shall what?
And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book.
Yes.
And the eyes.
And guess what? We used to be considered that deaf too, man. All right? Meaning what? Understanding, man. Meaning lack of understanding. Dull of understanding. Right? That's why I said dull of hearing. Deaf. All right? We didn't understand at all. We didn't know to understand. What? Prove what? Got the Hebrews 4 and 2 up.
Hebrews 4 and 2. Hebrews 4 and 2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well unto them.
So this good news was preached unto us as well as to those that's in darkness, man. Right? This is that light being presented to those that's in darkness. All right? But guess what?
But the word preached
and
it
this
did
is
not
the
profit
difference
them.
between them and us, man. The water YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, we on this side. Go ahead.
But the word preached it did not profit them.
Yeah, so the word preached did not profit them. Okay? Them being in that darkness too, it didn't profit them. Why?
Not being mixed with faith in them.
It's because the Most High deprived them of their guilt. All right? Because the scripture says what? Faith come by hearing. Okay? So we heard the words too. But the difference from them and us, we had faith. That was the mixture. That's all. That's it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Isaiah 29 and 18 again, it says, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness.
Yeah, we was in obscurity, man, thinking that we was so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, praising that white Jesus on your grandmama's wall, man. That's deep, man. To come up out of that's real obscurity, man. That's being in a devastated situation, man. Being in a spiritual dehydrated state. Being in a place where no nourishment is coming up, man. See what I'm saying? That's the place that we just came from. That's that miracle within a miracle that we see, man.
Oh, man. I got a precept back you up. This Isaiah. Oh, it's like real quick. Isaiah 35. I started verse 5. It said, then the eyes of the blind shall be opened.
Yeah, then the eyes of the blind shall be opened. All right? That's that light coming into our lives. All right? And that's us receiving that eye salve. Healing, our eyes being healed. Go ahead.
It said, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped.
Yeah, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. That's that fact that a lot of our people have, that the Most High have allowed that angel to bring and clog their drains up. We got unstopped, man. That's a blessing, man.
It said, then shall the lame man leap as an hart.
Yeah, then the lame man shall leap as an hart. All right, leap like a, for instance, like a deer or something. You ever seen a deer leap? That was us leaping unto, doing the work. Rising, like Isaiah 61 said, rise and shine. That's us arising, all right? Because, we was lame, man. We didn't know who we were. That's an example of being lame. We had no power. When you got a lame limb, it's a powerless limb. Has no form. It droop. That's you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like droop your face. It's true. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's right. But guess what? When we received that light, we leaped to strength. You know what I'm saying? We came alive like a deer leaping over a fence, man.
That's it.
Go ahead,
It said, and the tongue of the dawn shall sing.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing right now. We singing a new song, man. Song the Revelation 14 chapter, man. All right? Because we had the tongue of what? The dawn. All right, meaning we couldn't talk, man. But the script, what is that? Isaiah 53 and 10, dumb dog, they cannot bark.
Oh, yeah.
That's it?
Yep.
They cannot bark. They all dumb dogs. Just roughly paraphrasing that, man. We could have been still in that state, which are these false prophets, they in that state, man. Go ahead, up.
It says, it's like it says, for in the wilderness shall waters break out.
Where's that wilderness? That's America, man. It says in the wilderness that water shall break out. What's the water? This living word, man. That spirit that came upon us, man. That truth. What water does? It brings life, man. Like the aunt said earlier, it saturates you. Right? And that was us in that wilderness, man, that dry, deserted place that the brother brought out.
It said, and streams in the desert.
Yeah, and streams in the desert. And that's beautiful, like the brother said, live streams, man. Because guess what? This is a live stream going throughout this desert, man. Which is these living waters, which is this truth, the truth about the whole matter. Who's the enemy that the Bible speaks of? Who is the powers of the Most High? Who is the Most High himself and his ways? Those are living waters, man. That's the way back to life. And this stream is going out throughout this wilderness, throughout this desert, man, right now as we speak. Go ahead,
It said in the parched ground.
yeah, in the parched grounds, man. When some parched, man, it's when it's dry. You know what I'm saying? If you can touch it, it's so brittle that it'll break up. Because it lacks nutrition by the way of water, man. It lacks hydration. You take your skin when you're dehydrated, you pull your skin up and it stay there. That's this place.
He said, in the parched ground shall become a pool.
Yeah, and the parched ground shall become a pool, man. And we was that parched ground, man. Now we have become a pool, man. Go ahead.
It said, in the thirsty lands, springs of water.
Yeah, in the thirsty land, springs of water. And we was thirsty, man. See, we was thirsting for the truth, man. Through the mercy of the Most High, now we were springs of water, man. This brother got a channel, I got a channel, this brother got a channel, this brother, you know what I'm saying? These springs of water. But if you look at a spring over here, spring of water come out right here, sprout of water come out right here. You know? Yeah. Okay.
To finish this off real quick. It says, in the habitation of dragons, where each lay shall be grass and reeds and rushes.
Isaiah 44:4, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses.
Right. And that's that living water, man.
I'll say something too real quick. Just backing up, that lets you know the Lord is now strengthening us. Because it tells that Esau has been withered. Now the power is being transferred to us now. And this is the beginning stages of this power is by the way of this knowledge, getting this knowledge, this understanding, man. Because before we rule, you got to know how to rule. So we get the instructions first. So when we get in the seat, it'll be already laid out. You know? Yeah, that's it. That's it. But that sounds like a dog. School bed.
Isaiah 41:17. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none.
Yeah, and the poor and needy seek water, man. See, back. African bottom movement. They were seeking water, man. The poor and needy was seeking water, man. They were seeking for truth. Go ahead.
It says, in their tongue, further for thirst.
Yeah, and their tongue further for thirst, man. Go ahead.
It says, continuing on, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the Lord, power of Israel, will not forsake them.
Yeah, so the Most High now in these times, all right, have heard us. All right? The scripture speaks about the mysteries of the Most High. It's going, matter of fact, fine. The mysteries of the Most High was for an appointed time. Not.
Said heard it a second time.
Okay, come. Okay, yeah, come. Hold on, you talking about Colossians 2? Go ahead,
Isaiah 41, verse 18. It says, I will open rivers in high places.
Yeah, so these rivers has been opening in this high place, man, in America, man. You see what I'm saying? When you ever seen a river? You know that's something out of America. When you ever seen a river in a high place? Come on, man. That's what Dar said. Yeah, that's what Dar said. So that's us being that parched ground and have received these living waters in this high place, man.
What can I say too? It show you that what you witnessing is biblical prophecy. Lord ain't gonna just come out and say those. There will be guys with garments on every corner. Yeah. No, he put it in poetry, man.
That's true.
You know, he will open up the rivers in high places. Like the brother said, America, man. This is the glory of kingdom. Which that river is also going throughout the world, because you got camps everywhere. This is gonna be the main deliverance in America. Okay,
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, and verse 6. The point is in verse 7. It says, and have raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Mashiach, that in the ages to come he might show his exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness towards us through Hamashiach, YAHAWASHI. So that's talking about us right now, because These are the ages to come. Even though, you know what I'm saying, everything started opening up with Rabbi Abba Bivens, but look at prior to that. They were seeking water, man. The needy was seeking water, but it wasn't none. They were seeking for refuge. They were seeking for the truth, but the truth wasn't out there yet. That's why they got all this false doctrine from the wicked elites. They wanted them to believe that they was a part of the Roman Catholic Church. You know what I'm saying? That they was Pentecostal. All right. Then they came with a real fast one when they came with the Seventh-day Adventist Church, which was originated by Edomite. See what I'm saying? Because guess what? That's equated with what? The Sabbath. And see, one that's unlearned, they'll get you, man. Especially if you're just passionate about, you know, about the truth or you seeking, they'll get you. You got zeal, but not according to knowledge. They're going to get your ass, man. 7-day Adventist. 6 days shall a man labor, and on the 7th, see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, they'll get you, bro. Then the name of the church. Then the name of the church is Ephesus. They name their churches off stuff like that. Ephesus, New Antioch. You know, stuff like that. No, when you go deep, they try to get all the way biblical. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mount Calvary. This is for Olympics, man. Yeah. What you say out the what? What you say the what? Greater New Antioch. Greater New Church of Philip. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You can put a word, so you're like, oh shit, Antioch. It be in the scripture. You be in the scripture. So that's how they throw that real deceptive curve at you, man. Only the elect gonna make it. That's it, man. Only the elect may deceive the very elect. Yeah. But the elect is not gonna be deceived, man. Even if they do catch you in that snare, you're gonna come up out of that. Well, that's Proverbs 1:17. Come. You set the snare before the door. Yep. In vain is the snare set in front of the sight of any bird. You that bird, man. So you set the snare. Go ahead, Doc. You got something? Go ahead, Doc. I'm trying to put this shit in my drink. I talked to him. Look, right in the... You turn your head. Oh, shit, what you doing, man? You turn your head. Oh, by the way. Oh, what the fuck you doing, man? First thing he gonna say, man. I ain't doing that. Put the hand behind his back. Don't sit there, dude. What if you know we catch him out of red hand? Red? Yo, that's easy. Red hand. They turn to a gas light. Hey, you ain't see nothing. I ain't do nothing. Yeah, I caught you, man. I'm looking right at you, man. I think so.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
Right. The wisdom of this world is foolish with the Most High. Right. So anything that's concerning enlightenment in this world, anything that pertains to intelligence in this world, believe me, is beneath the intelligence of the Most High, man. You can think of the most wisest thing, man. Hey, Esau, Edom wise, right? They know how to take a fly, and a fly have a such thing as it's just like a boat propeller, right? On the side of their bodies, on both sides of their bodies, so the fly can guide himself when he's flying. So the fly won't just, like an airplane, get in the air and just go anywhere. You gotta have something to guide, just like the heels of the ship. So the fly got that on his body. Esau, Edom so wicked, they sit there and cut the shit off of the fly. So the fly, it doing all this crazy shit, and then when they try to land right on his head. Go ahead. But see, the point I'm making is, that's Esau in their wisdom. Because that's wise if you think about it. For Esau to even know that a fly got that on him. Esau know these things. With that, we say that they are wiser than they. See what I'm saying? So guess what? Even that is foolishness to the Most High. Why is foolishness? Because the Most High made the fly. He put them on the side of the fly. He the one that knew how to put that on the side of the fly so it can guide the fly. Esau had to learn. So go ahead, dog.
It says, for the wisdom, 1 Corinthians 3 and 19, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
This world is darkness. That's darkness compared to real light. So it's foolishness unto the Most High. Go ahead.
For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own
You can find it in the book of Job, man. Woo-hoo. For it is written, man, in the Old Testament. He take the wise, and guess what? That's going to be this RFID chip, man. What that's Job 12, deceive and deceive.
That's us catching him putting the Mickey in the drink, man.
That's it, huh?
You know, that's us catching him, man.
That's it.
You know, that's foolishness stuff. We had to bar from that.
But yeah, so like the art brought it out, man. That's a beautiful scripture, man. You know, he gonna take Esau Edom in his own crafty counsel, man. Why? Because he's wiser than Esau Edom, man. He's above him, man. Go ahead,
Job 12:16. For him is strength and wisdom.
yeah, so him, see, there it is. It started off with him is strength. What's Almighty's strength? To be able to control everything. That's strength, to be able to control everything. And what?
And wisdom.
See that? Like that brought out. And wisdom. Go ahead, what you say?
No, you know, you can have some Jake, you know what I'm saying? He gonna ask you, well, who is him?
Mm-hmm.
But it says with him is strength and wisdom.
Right.
Man. Who you think that him is?
He's the one that dishing it
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's the one that
He the-
dishing out the strength.
Yeah.
He the one that got the plug. He the plug.
He the plug.
When it come down to
You
power
talking
and
about a
wisdom,
hole in the wall.
yeah. You gotta come to him with strength. You gotta come to him to get strength and power.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's
Hey.
why the Lord, it's like
You got
y'all,
it. I know you got
I say that's why the Lord taking the strength from this devil. Because he acknowledging who we got it from. That's it. You know?
Hey, Google the word omnipotent. Yeah, just Google that omnipotent. And just a simple Google definition of omnipotent. Go ahead, read that out.
Job 12:16. With him is strength and wisdom.
It says with him is strength and wisdom.
To
Right.
deceive.
Supreme strength, supreme wisdom. It says what?
With him is strength and wisdom. To deceive and deceiver are his.
So guess what? Even the one that doing the deceiving, you got to be pretty wise and you got a little strength to even deceive somebody. Right? Not no longer your damn self, but deceive somebody. You got to be a little wise, man. You can't be no fool playing a game of deception. But guess what? The scripture says all strength and wisdom is with the Most High, because the deceiver, but you got to be pretty wise to be able to deceive somebody, but the deceiver and the deceived are the Most Highs, man. So you can't get no almighty in it. You got the word omnipotent. Okay, go ahead. What we
Yeah,
got?
the definition of omnipotence, it says the quality of having unlimited or very great power.
Read it again.
Omnipotence, the quality of having unlimited or very great power.
And that's the Most High, man. He got that quality of having unlimited and great power, man. So that's why the scripture said the deceived and deceived are his, and that's why when the brother brought out all the wisdom of this world is foolishness unto the Most High, because he's the most omnipotent power there is, man. He created the creator of all things. He gave the creator of all things the blueprint. And he created him to be the creator of all things. So who got all the power? The omnipotent. That's why his name is YAHAWAH. I am. You know what I'm saying? He is. You gotta help it. Bring it out. Yeah, that's all of everything. You know what I'm saying? Hell, he set up Esau Edom. He the one tricking Esau Edom. Man, hey, man, you can't get no better than that.
Isaiah to the 10, verse 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that accused me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh me? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up.
Yeah.
Or as if the staff should lift up itself as if it were no wood. Right, like I alluded to, man, you're dealing with somebody that has unlimited power, man. You're dealing with, and that's why he's known as the power man. Okay? And that's why, you know, and like was mentioned earlier, you know, he's the one that gives you certain things, man. That's the reason why this man, all right, Esau is in rulership. Okay? Because the power has been given to him, man. All right? And he gave him the blessing of the sword, okay? And basically the dominion of the planet Earth, man. Okay? And here it is, you know, he boasts himself against the person that gave him that, man. Okay? So if you come up against a power that made you, all right, and gave you what you got, and your power, man, you're a fool, man.
You're a fool.
All right?
Hey, that what it's like that what the scripture say, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Like I'm just saying, if you go up against a power that made you as wicked as you is, and he made you to be what you are, why would you even have the audacity to go up against him? Why? Because the pride of your heart has deceived you. Whereas you've been tricked. That's the ultimate poison, deception of yourself. Go ahead.
So RAWCHAA 19 and 20, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Yeah, so the fear of the Lord is all wisdom. And that's the lot that we're coming in, having all wisdom. Ecclesiastes 1 and 8. Go ahead.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
Right.
And the knowledge of his omnipotence.
Woo! That's beautiful. that's beautiful. Read that one more time. Read that one more time. Read that again. Read that again. Read that again.
Right?
Read that again.
That means that you gotta know.
Yeah.
Man, you should throw that out.
That's for the word. That's it.
So Rock 19 and 20, it says the fear of the Lord is all wisdom. And in all wisdom is the performance of the law. And performance is you got to do that work. It's a labor to perform something. All right?
And fear motivates you.
Fulfill more.
That means when you say the Lord say he's going to do this, you're going to bow down to it. That's why that's wisdom right there. You hear a message and you listen to it, you hearken to it. That's wisdom, man. You know, because you know the results of what YAHAWASHI going to do. He going to kill you.
That's it.
So you fear him. You fear what he's all about. You're going to pretty much hearken unto that message that he brings forth. That's wisdom. That's it. Yeah, come on. Oh, Ecclesiastes?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So, Rock 1 and 8. It said, there is one wise and greatly to be feared. Woo!
they're talking about.
The Lord sitting upon his throne.
See that? Go back to what you got.
The fear, Sirach 19 and 20, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
Scripture speaks about what? The fear of the Lord is what? The beginning of knowledge. Right? Once the Most High allow YAHAWASHI to allow you to know some small details about himself, you begin to fear, man. You begin to learn why he's called Allah Shijah, man. Allah meaning power, Shijah meaning almighty. See that? He's the almighty power, man. The almighty, terrible demon-like power. And once he allow you to know that through some small little details, because he just let you know little small things, you should be terrified, man. That's the beginning of knowledge, man. Now you know.
That's it.
Go ahead,
It says that in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotence.
Now we're going to bring out the definition of omnipotence one more time. Go ahead.
Omnipotence, the quality of having unlimited or very great power.
See that? Now you should be in all fear of someone like that. Once again, he made you, okay? And you know what you're capable of doing, whether it's evil or good. And I'm speaking of the balance. We all know that evil has been made to do evil, which is Esau Edom, and the good has been made to do good, which is the elect of the nation of Israel. And we should fear that balanced power that made us. So, anybody else got anything else? Okay, go ahead.
First Chronicles 29 and verse 12. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thy reignest over all. In thy hand is power and might, and thy hand is to make great and to give strength unto all.
Right. And that's that power of omnipotence. See that? That's having the power to do all things, having strength to do all things, to give knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and also deprive you of that. Give you life and give you death. Give you darkness and give you light. That's a power that's greatly to be feared. I don't know none other power that's more greatly to be feared. And then, I gotta say it, Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of this same power, right? Who is of the Lord, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So how can a man then understand his own way? But guess what? The Most High understand your own way. Why? Because he ordained your way. How strange your way may be. And I know everybody's way, got a little, but guess what? The Most High. Matter of fact, he already know how it's going to end. Damn, man, you got to be in fear. You got to be in fear, man.
Yeah, just add on. Yeah, man. When you deal to YAHAWASHI, man, you're actually dealing with a power that has the capability to create scenarios. Now, if you're dealing with somebody that can see it right in front of you and have you act out a certain part, hey, man, you better fear, man. Because guess what, man? The Lord, man, he's a perfectionist when it comes to creating scenarios.
Yeah,
all right? So that's why I brought out is that the fear of the Lord is wisdom. Okay? Because wisdom is actually the application of knowledge, man. Yeah. So once you know something, that means it's gonna have to take wisdom for you to move in the proper manner, man.
Right.
All right?
And that's it. And like you said, understanding gonna bridge both of them together. Understanding gonna help you apply both of them. So hey, with that, Lord willing, okay, go ahead. Bring it out.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Oh, you did. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 3. For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yeah, to know that power is the root of immortality.
But to know thee is what? Perfect righteousness, man. To know is what? Perfect righteousness of the Most High. Read it again. Beautiful. Huh?
For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yeah, to know thy power is a root of immortality.
Woo! But just to know the Most High, but to know His power, man. See that, man? That's beautiful, man. And that's gonna lead. That's right. To know the omnipotence of the Most High. All right, and that's what gonna lead to immortality, man. That's gonna help us get to immortality, man, which is to live forever, man. That's the root. So, hey, with that, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
all right, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the men whom we believe faith of YAHAWASHI to raise them up to guide us into that light, into the kingdom. All right, Lord willing, we endure unto the end. We want to say peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. All right, Shalom.
Shalom. ETA, above, above.
Yesterday,